So, are you ready to go and look at some new cars?
I already am.
Oh?
I like this one.
Oh, nice. Have you thought about insurance?
I'm just doing an online quote now.
So anything your dad can help with?
I'd love a coffee.
Insure your car from new continually with RAA, and if it's written off, we'll replace it with a new one. RAA.
Yes, good afternoon and welcome to the NPL SA. It is round 9 action this week, or for the others that know it as week 16 of the league. And today's game sees Campbelltown City hosting the Adelaide Comets. We are live from Steve Woodcock Sports Centre, and round 9 is proudly presented by Coopers, the official beer of the NPL SA. And if I could say my personal favourite as well, round 9 of the NPL SA, proudly presented by Coopers, the official beer of Paul Pillis, of the NPL SA, of course, my personal favourite. Would also like to acknowledge the support of the RAA, proudly supporting football in South Australia. You can brighten your home and save dollars with RAA Solar. Call them today on 8202 8078. That's 8202 8078 for a quote. Save some money, get some solar, save the planet. We'd also like to acknowledge the support of Green Play Australia, and they sponsor our stats, our time clock, and our scores around the grounds. Green Play Australia, thank you very much for your support. Very good afternoon to you all. Thanks for joining us here today through Facebook Live or through YouTube Live. Your matchday commentary team today is Paul Pellizzari with Rob Peppicelli, and as Bill Withers would say, just the two of us.
That's all, folks.
No, Bill Withers, is the artist who sings the song.
Gotcha. Good afternoon and welcome, as Paul said, to the Steve Woodcock Sports Centre. Big game this afternoon, and a little bit of things happening, especially with Campbelltown. New coach, Ian Fife. Well, is it a caretaker or is he's taken over?
Well, he was the assistant, Rob. So have we had the official
Well, he's not
word?
caretaker. I reckon he's taken over.
Oh,
What's going on here?
that's welcome
Sorry,
back.
brother.
No, really, that's nothing new.
It's only my daughter.
Oh, that's okay. Family first.
That's okay.
Well, go on.
Campbelltown, Ian Fife taking over the reins from Stubbins.
So what happened there, Rob, if I may ask?
Well, the official report was that he resigned.
Okay.
He resigned, but you know my feelings with things like that.
Well, okay.
I think there was trouble with
brewing?
himself and the players, and it was either players go or the coach goes. So
It's not the first time I've heard that this week,
Yeah.
funnily enough.
I think he was pushed to resign, but
Well, if you
everything
lose
is good now. I think Ian Fife is a capable
100%.
replacement, and both teams last week, Paul, Adelaide Comets on top of the table, got thumped by Adelaide United 4-0. And we all know Campbelltown and Metro was their match of the round. Metro thumping Campbelltown 5-1. So
and you wouldn't believe that after what you saw last Friday night.
exactly.
Very strange.
Just
Trying to pick
strange
form.
things happening. To pick a team today. The only reason why I'm going for Campbelltown is because of a different coach. When you change the coach, the team normally wins.
Also, congratulations to Ian Fife on that appointment, whether it be caretaker coach to the rest of the season or whether they make that appointment official. But who I'd also like to congratulate is Carl Viet, made officially the Adelaide United coach.
He had to have got the job.
Well, we say he had to, but it was official yesterday. Got a 2-year deal with Adelaide United, and it's great to see an Adelaide coach, or an Australian coach for that matter, coaching an A-League
There's a lot
team.
of Australian coaches now coaching in the
Well, I think
A-League.
they've seen the light, Rob, finally.
Yeah, I think so.
Finally.
I think so.
All right, let's have a look at last week's results. As we said, it was a great bumper round, but the results from last week to what happened.
Okay, looking at the results from last week, Metro Stars in our match of the round, which is the best
Demolished.
best game that I've seen all year by an individual team. You know, Metro Stars were unbelievable. 5-1 thumping over Campbelltown. Adelaide City 1-1 draw against Raiders. Adelaide United, as I said before, thumped Comets 4-0, and that's a great effort, especially the Comets. They're unbeatable at
Top
home,
of the table.
getting done 4-0 too.
Bit of complacency there, Rob. I know they had a 5-point buffer going into
And
that game.
good to see a couple of teams down the bottom. One was Adelaide United, now Parry Hills getting at least a point anyhow over Adelaide Blue Eagles 1-1. Croydon Kings 4, Cumberland 1. Bit of a surprise because Cumberland are not a bad team, so good effort by Croydon Kings. And this is probably a boil over too because Olympic. Don't know what's happened with them. But
This is a boil over.
They have gone down.
Well, that is a boil
Modbury Jets 4, defeating Olympic 2.
And they were 2-0 up at one stage to Modbury Jets. You thought the comeback was always on, but congratulations to Modbury Jets. Now, round 9 actually kicked off last night, so we might have a look at round 9 and the last night's result before we go to the table.
Yeah, Metro Stars, controversial penalty for them. Definitely was outside the box that I saw, and they converted the penalty, but Raiders getting it on the death, a draw, so 1-1 draw, Raiders and Metro Stars.
And the remaining games in round 9.
This game has started already at 2:30. The last score we got was 0-0, so Croydon Kings up against Adelaide City down at Jack Smith Park. Modbury Jets against Cumberland. 3 o'clock kickoff at Smith Partners Stadium. Adelaide United against Parry Hills. That's at 5 o'clock tonight at Velo Stadium. And also at Velo Stadium, so it must be a double header there.
Yep.
Olympic up against Blue Eagles. 7 o'clock kickoff. Not forgetting our match of the round. The big game here is Campbelltown up against the Adelaide Comets.
First versus third, although in saying that, the home team in third position with 26 points. Hosting the Adelaide Comets, top of the table, 31 points. There is still that 5-point buffer between the two. We'll have a look at that on the table, actually, after last night's result and the results of last week. Makes for a tightening table at both
it makes
ends.
it an interesting result for today's game here at the Steve Woodcock Sports Centre. So Comets on top on 31, 2 points clear of Metro, who's played their game last night. They're on 29. Campbelltown on 26, Croydon on 24, Adelaide City on 23. Raiders played their game last night also on 22. Blue Eagles on 21, so very tight in that top 6. Also the 8th team in Cumberland on 21. And not far behind Olympic, 3 points behind on 18. Modbury Jets on 15. Adelaide United on 12, and sadly Parry Hills on 8.
Just with those results, Rob, if you look at that table, it's really tightening things up where you would have said, okay, Parry Hills more likely than not to go. I know there's still 8 rounds to go. But Adelaide United under 21.
Well, 6 rounds after today's round.
Yeah, well, there you go. So Adelaide United youth with Modbury Jets have pulled Adelaide Olympic into that relegation fight now. And I suppose you could almost say to a certain degree, Cumberland, Blue Eagles and Raiders, even up to 6th position, aren't really overly safe. Is anyone really safe in this league? But with Adelaide United, their boys coming back from the A-League, of course. Modbury Jets, so getting a good result last week. It's tightened that up, but they've dragged Olympic, as you can see, into that relegation fight.
I think Olympic were up the top 2 at one stage.
Yeah.
So
Big
they've hit a bit of a hurdle.
Yes. Just looking at the head-to-head with these two teams before we make a selection today. Earlier on this year, the Comets did lose to Campbelltown. Comets lost 1-0 on their home turf. Prior to that, last year, Campbelltown did the double over the Comets with a 3-0 victory.
Grand final.
2-0 victory. This is not including the grand final,
it's
of course. No,
3-0. I thought you were saying, yeah, that was the grand final, but that's all right. Keep going.
Actually, it might be 14th of September. I think you're right.
It is.
Sorry, it's got just their normal SAN there, not F. Should have been F final. And still back in 2019.
I'm hardly ever wrong.
I'm glad you said hardly ever wrong. Also earlier that year, in fact, really within about a month, Campbelltown won 3-0 in the grand final, 2-0 in the regular season, and Comets beat Campbelltown 1-0 in the regular season as well. That's the head-to-head of recent games. So there's always been goals in this. If I go back even in 2019, Comets with a 4-1 victory, Campbelltown with a 3-0 victory, and Comets with a 3-2 victory. So these two teams like scoring goals against each other. So hopefully we are in for a little bit of a goal fest. But Campbelltown here at home, Rob, in their last 10 meetings against the Comets have won 6, drawn 1 and lost 3. So overall, the last 20 meetings, it's been 10 wins to Campbelltown, 2 draws and a loss. So we would say on those stats that there's going to be a result here today of some way, shape or form.
Yeah, they both got firepower. Some Comets lineup. There's a few players have been dropped in that team from last week. So Barney Smith.
Dropped or injury concerns?
I don't know. I reckon dropped there.
Just dropped.
He says there's a few shocks, but they're on the bench. They haven't been dropped completely. But we'll go through the lineups
Shortly.
Just
the lead into this game then, if we have a look at the form, as Rob likes the more recent stats to make a prediction. Campbelltown last week out, of course, got thumped by Metro Stars 5-1, but new coach, so there's that X factor. Prior to that, they beat Adelaide City 1-0. They beat Cumberland 1-0. They lost to Olympic 2-1. Not great reading so far. They beat Adelaide United 4-0. And they beat Para Hills Knights. Does that convince you much with that last 6 games of Campbelltown?
Yeah, a bit up and down
There,
season, but they were second last week when they lost to Metro Stars. They're third at the moment, so
shows you how bad all the other teams are going as well, possibly.
In these competitions, Paul, doesn't matter if you're on top of the table at the end and they say that they're premiers. They're not premiers
Minor
in my
premiers.
eyes. Well, they're minor premiers. The champions, it's all about the championship. It's all about the grand final.
Because
we peak at the right time. Campbelltown, to me, if they get their form like they did last year, they'll just peak at the right time and can certainly win the grand final.
Well, Comets coming into this game, Rob. Let's see how their form is. They lost
7 in a row. They've won.
Well,
bar last week.
They lost 4-0 to Adelaide United Youth. They beat Para Hills 1-0. They beat Blue Eagles 4-0. They beat Metro Stars 4-1. They beat Croydon 2-1. And they beat Raiders 2-1. So that's a pretty impressive run into this game here. Gives you a bit more.
They've been in good form too, but all bar last week. And speaking to Barney Smith, I said to him, a bit of a shock last week, 4-0. Yeah, it's a bit of a wake-up call for the team. So maybe they need that every
now and then. Did he have a
and
missed
then.
penalty in there?
Yeah, he said what's his name? Missed a penalty.
Welsh
missed a penalty. Welsh. So, yeah. He said they had their chances, but they still went down 4-0.
I don't want to quote him, Rob, but did he say we could have won 7-0 that game? Is that what he said just pre-match with us off the record?
No, he didn't say one.
We could have scored 7.
Yes.
Yeah, we could have won that game 7.
And the opposition could have scored 20.
Just having a look at these two teams, as I said, Comets top of the table. They are the visitors today. They've scored 27, conceded 16, so a very good defence there, 31 points in the bag. And Campbelltown have scored 24 goals, conceded 20, and have 26 points in the bag. Read into that what you will. Is it time to make a prediction, or should we look at the lineups first?
Let's go to the lineups first.
Remembering this round 9 action, week 16 of the league, NPLSA. Proudly brought to you by Cooper's, the official beer of the NPL South Australia. Looking at those lineups, first up on screen, the home team. In goals, we've got Nicholas Harpus. Wearing the number 2, Sean Harvey, the captain. Hopefully he's wearing number 3 today. Blake Carpenter, 7. He is. Number 7, Joel Allright. Number 8, Alex Mullen. Number 9, Mark Marino. Number 10, Louis DeTroyer. Number 11, Joshua Baresi. Number 14, Adam Piscineri. 16, Daniel Mullen. 23, Jake Halliday. And the reserves for Campbelltown today, Matty Mullen, number 5. Number 6, Dion
That's the only player that's been dropped from last week's result.
No mention of any injury.
So Allright comes in.
Yep, okay.
He was on the bench last week, and Matty Mullen on the bench.
Anthony Piscineri, number 15. Number 12, Nicholas Francesi, and the reserve keeper for Campbelltown, Jamie Signorello. And, of course, on your bottom left-hand corner there is the new interim coach, we'll call him, until we get any other official title, is Ian Fife, of course, with A-League experience as a player. And, of course, at this level and some overseas stuff thrown in there as well. So well done to Ian Fife. Congrats. And big news, yes. Will this change their mentality? If there was unrest from the top, we'll see what happens with this Campbelltown.
I think they'll bounce back.
100%.
Anyhow, let's go for the Comets, Adelaide Comets lineup. And there's some shock players on the bench that have been dropped. Barney Smith has got the whip out in today's game. So for the Comets in goals, number 1, Julian Torreson. Number 5, Adam Lecornu. 6 is Jack Bladden. 8 is Ryan Yates. 10 is Anthony Mavro Lambardis. 11 is Jaden Lombasso. 14, Nathan Anianto. 16, Ninko Beric. 17, getting a starting lineup, is Lasana Smith. 22, Alan Welsh. He's the captain and getting a starting berth as well. He's been out injured. Noticed he was on the bench last week, but he's got the starting berth today. That's number 23, Scott Nagel. On the bench for the Comets, as you see on the screen, number 4, Dittmar. I couldn't remember the last time he was on the bench.
Tommy, I wonder if that's injury related. Be
I
nice to
think
know
so.
these things. Just been dropped.
Just listening to Barney, there's a few shocks he reckons on the bench, so I reckon he's
Wasn't
dropped
happy
him.
with last week's
I
performance,
reckon he's dropped
obviously.
him. Number 7, Tete Yengi, another one that's been dropped. Andreas Wiens has been on the bench a few times for the Comets, and he's come on and scored goals too at crucial times. So that's not a big surprise that he's on the bench. Number 9, Andreas Wiens. 77's been dropped as well. Christophilos. He normally plays on the field, and 31 is the reserve goalkeeper, Daniel Vaughan.
Well,
referee for today's clash, it is senior referee Daniel Elder. His assistant is Liam Miller and Henry Day.
okay, for those of you watching and wondering, do we have a boundary rider today? Well, unfortunately not, as the boys obviously give us their time, and we profess family first here. Benny Dale, our number 1, has family commitments. Ryan Marveg has family commitments and work commitments.
Yep.
And there were a few others that just couldn't make it today, so you're going to have to put up with us and also me doing the Green Play Australia stats, so God help us on that. So, Rob, how are these two teams going to bounce back? Last week, Comets, of course, losing 4-0 to Adelaide United Youth, and Metro Stars pumping Campbelltown 5-1, so they're both coming off fair hammerings, if I could say.
I think Campbelltown will come back and really play a great game, or try and play a great game today here at Steve Woodcock Sports Centre. Reasons are the coach is gone. There was problems, disharmony during the season, so that's been fixed in the players' eyes, not in the coach's eyes, obviously. Fife has taken over. He's a favourite son of them, winning some championships with the club, being captain as well. So I reckon they'll come out and play for the coach and play for themselves as well. On the other hand, Comets, Barney Smith has done something. He's dropped 2 or 3 players, so that'll wake up the players as well, wouldn't it, Paul?
Yeah.
Getting dropped.
There they are on screen. I don't know if we've got them on screen, the two boys down there.
Could I be next?
Oh, of course, Barney, a goalkeeper from the old NSL days, and I don't know if he did an A-League stint with Canberra, but the two youngsters of the next generation, if we could say, going head-to-head together today against each other.
So the players, I think, probably looking at their own form. If they don't play well, doesn't matter who you are, you'll get dropped. So the Comets will have something to play for as well.
Well, after this week, Rob, they've got 5 weeks to go in the lead up to the final. So is this where you've got to start that good run? We know that a lot of teams have dips during the season. Is this the time now that they should start thinking about, well,
I
this
think
is
the
what we've got to
all-important
start
is to get the top 2, isn't it, Paul?
Yeah.
To get the double chance, to get you that extra chance to make the grand final. So, yeah, it is starting to come to crunch time. So with 5 rounds to go, if Comets win, they'll go 5 points clear, which is virtually giving them the top 2 position there. And if Campbelltown win, they can certainly get to that second spot.
I like how both teams are in their traditional strips. A lot of this away confusion stuff. If you're the Reds, you wear the Reds. You know, if you got I know that it's all about money, and especially the high leagues having away strips, but, you know, to see Man United in anything but red, or Leeds in anything but white, Liverpool in anything but red, Chelsea in anything but blue, to me it's a little bit...
What would you change
I know.
to an away strip if you got... It doesn't clash?
Yeah, that's exactly right.
That's the only reason
but
why you should wear the away strip.
I agree with you. I fully agree with you. But it's good to see Campbelltown in their traditional all-red strip today. Red shirts, red shorts, red socks, some of them even red boots. And the Comets in their black and blue tops with the black shorts, black socks. Can you see a scoreline of the past within these two teams? 3-0, 4-1, 3-0, 3-2. Can you see goals today? Or will you see a tentative...
Well, the wind's gone. Hopefully there'll be no rain.
Some dark clouds to our left, mate.
But it's going to come in very slowly.
Very dark to our left.
So the surface is a bit bumpy. I noticed that during the reserves and the under-18s, the ball is bobbling a little bit. So it might be a little bit hard to control the ball.
Well, we do get spoiled with the artificial surface, Rob, and teams playing on true pitches. But I reckon if you ask 9 out of 10 players, they would rather play on grass than the artificial surface. That's an unofficial survey I've done, of course.
Unofficially.
Unofficial survey, yep. 9 out of 10 players have said to me that they would rather play on grass.
Now also the grand final, Paul, it's
Yes,
not
sir.
In concrete, could be on a Friday night.
Yeah, definitely right. Not concrete, but yeah, they might be looking at a standalone Friday
that's
night.
good.
I think so, absolutely. I think people are starved of live soccer.
I think we do need it as a standalone game. I think we do have the women's grand final. We have the State League grand final, State League 1 and State League 2. I think it's a long day. I think it should be just for the National Premier League, our major game
100%.
here in South Australia should be a standalone game.
I think the announcement on that will be made on Wednesday, so by the end of the week you should know, but it would be great to see it at the home of football.
And it's great to see the Federation also organising a breakfast for the grand final the day before.
Yeah, absolutely. I think with all the COVID restrictions now, things are different. So anyway, the game has kicked underway, and it's Sean Harvey with the ball for Campbelltown, finding Detroit. He goes wide to the far side, all right. Plays the ball up the line. Marino, the runner, he'll come in board to Detroit. Detroit takes it to the byline. He's sandwiched between two Comets defenders, and he wins a free kick. So there's your first free of the afternoon conceded by the Comets. And already a different body language I think you can see in Campbelltown.
After
New
32
coach.
seconds?
Yeah, absolutely. So dark clouds to our left at the moment. Conditions beautiful.
Is that thunder you're hearing?
Hope not. Hope it's just someone's Harley on the main road out there.
Gee, sounds like it's Blake Carpenter, I think, with a free kick on the far side. A few of the big guns up there. Daniel Mullins there. So Carpenter, would he have a shot from there maybe? He does go for swing, goes in, back of the net, goes, goal straight away. Is that Baresi? Trying to turn around,
Yes,
it is.
Yep.
Baresi scoring after 1 minute of the game.
See
So
if we can see the
Campbelltown
replay of
won.
this. Bit of a scrimmage in that
Comets field, by the way,
6-yard box.
I was going for Campbelltown
And
before that goal.
it was Baresi off the line. You'll see this a little bit better. The defensive
Was it a shot
Comets
from
couldn't
there?
clear it. It was
Yeah, it wasn't.
wobbling around and a very fortuitous goal, but a great free kick. Well won by Detroit, taken by Carpenter, finished off by Baresi. Second minute of the game, Campbelltown go up 1-0.
That has to be the quickest goal of the season. 1 minute as it's kick-off Comets.
Officially the second minute of the game.
You reckon it was past? I looked at it, it was 1:12.
That's past, then that's into the second
But
minute
that was
of the
after
game.
they scored and we
anyway.
talked and you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
We can go back to the replay, check it out.
So Harper's clears to the grandstand side. Halliday getting pushed back. 1-0 up, Campbelltown. Great response. Maybe sending a message to their former leader. We can do it when we're in the right frame of mind, led by the right person. All right,
1
guys.
minute 40 seconds.
Thank you very much.
You're right. That clock must have been slow.
Anyway,
Look
Marino,
at the difference. Yeah, that's
Detroit loses possession. Here come the Comets. Will they respond quickly? And the target man, Berich, there, ran on a little bit fast for him. So
right.
straight
The
through
scoreboard
keeper.
clock is a bit slower than...
I always rely on our clock, mate.
Yeah, that's why I was looking. Sorry.
It's okay. LSA have
Whoever
the
puts the time clock up there.
LSA, mate. Don't ever question the LSA technology, except for last night.
Okay, right-hand side of the park. Captain Harvey, what a start to Campbelltown. Goes to Detroit. He's another chance. I reckon he should have gone for it from there.
He might have, but it probably
No,
centering.
he was trying to cut it back.
Blake Carpenter was there waiting if
yeah.
it did get into the
I
8 or
reckon he
6
should
yard
have gone
box.
for it.
Well, there's a very positive start. And, well, Campbelltown, change of coach. It's always a stat, isn't it, that change of coach brings a win very next game. Carpenter now with a left foot in swinger. Can he replicate? Goes near post to try to flick on, and gee whiz, it did get to the back post, but no one there this time, as Comets should come away with a ball. Up the line, met by Halliday, taken by Baresi. Daniel Mullen goes back to Halliday. He goes further back. Piscineri, very deep, going back to his keeper in Harpus. Goes wide to his captain Harvey on the far side. Steve Woodcock, Sports Centre here. They've turned the ball over. Nagel. Nagel now for the Comets. Goes short. Good turn, Berich. Under pressure, though. Has the ball taken off him by Mullen, finds Detroit. Detroit backtracking. Finds Harvey, and Campbelltown will rebuild through Daniel Mullen to Halliday.
Halliday with the ball that goes in board. Carpenter, if I was.
Yep.
Goes short.
John Swan, the artist there.
Shinari finds his captain in Harvey. He sends a right-hand side, all right. Back to Harvey. Goes short. Daniel Mullen. Looking for support, goes to Halliday. Finding Marino to Carpenter. He can cut it back, can he?
No.
No, he can't.
Ran out of line there.
Look at that scores other grounds. Been plenty of goals scored.
Already.
Croydon 2, Adelaide City 0. And Cumberland 1, leading Mobbridge Jets 0, thanks to Green Play Australia. Not forgetting Campbelltown scoring in the 2nd minute mark through Josh Baresi.
Score updates thanks to Green Play Australia. Round 9 action thanks to Coopers here, NPLSA. Week 16 of the league. Coopers the official beer of NPLSA. And my personal favourite, if I may say, Halliday from the goal kick. Thumps the ball forward. Under pressure was Welsh. Got it up the line to Smith. Mullen, though, will tidy up. Halliday, Carpenter, Mullen, the Alex type. Gee, hospital ball there. And, in fact, the referee did see it that way. Free kick against Comets. Yates going in a little bit enthusiastically, I think. Yep, that was your first one. No advantage. Referee held it up. Dan Yorda, I think he's probably our best in South Australia.
So it goes back to Carpenter. He's been on fire the first few minutes. Goes back to Piscineri. He can get the cross. It's a low one. Gee, Comets, have they gone past halfway?
Yeah, good
They
point.
haven't gone into the penalty box anyhow. Now they go towards Anianto. Still can't get over the halfway line. It's gone over, but through Campbelltown though. Captain Harvey. Detroit, back to Harvey it goes. So Campbelltown. They've had all the possessions in the first 6.5 minutes. Harvey. All right. Detroit. Looking for support. Gets a Towie to all right. All the way back to Harpers. Pressure on him. That goes back to Harvey. So Harvey for Campbelltown. Daniel Mullen. Got the ball looking for support. Gets it towards Carpenter. Halliday. Back to Mullen.
How's that lolly in your mouth, mate, or is that your teeth rattling?
It's actually a throat lolly. As it goes out. Right hand side.
Sounds like your teeth are rattling.
Sorry about that. It goes right hand side. It's a chance. Chance. It's a goal.
Great
So
save.
it's a goal now. It's a goal number 2. That's Carpenter. If I was a Carpenter, I would score a goal, and he does. Goal number 2 to Campbelltown. They're on fire. 8th minute mark.
Gee whiz, 2 and 8 minutes. Watch the replay here. Once again, Detroit, the architect, Carpenter. Great save on the first attempt, but gee whiz, no one backing up there. And Carpenter may never score an easier goal from that save. Look at that, the defenders, a little bit of ball watching there by Welshie, but 2-0 Campbelltown. This is the response that was required. And I tell you what, Boney Smith will be scratching his head. Got touched up 4-0 last week by Adelaide United Youth. He's already 2-0 down. Who would have thought? So Torreson with a save, but no defenders backing him up. There's Welsh now. Went short to Bladden, back to Welsh.
They haven't gone over the halfway line.
I think you're right. This pressing is unbelievable.
Only time is when Campbelltown have pushed it backwards.
So it'll be a throw in now. Although to Comets, they might get it to the halfway line. Labasso gets it over the halfway line. Could have been a free kick to Anianto. Referee doesn't want a bar of it. So Harvey goes back to his keeper. Harpers goes short. Daniel Mullen back to Harvey. Harvey short. Put Piscineri under pressure, but did well to turn and run, and gets hacked after the event. This will be a free kick down the ground. Referee looking for advantage. The shot comes and just wide of the upright. Had to be saved. And referee let advantage go there. Rob, would you believe that's the 4th goal attempt for Campbelltown on target with 2 saves by Julian Torres, and those stats thanks to Green Play Australia.
And they've put 2 in the back of the net, haven't they?
Absolutely.
So it's 2-0 up. Campbelltown. Comets goes to Captain Welsh. They just can't seem to get anything going. Lucky it's early in the game, as that pass has gone to no one
Just
at all.
while it's gone out of play, for our cameraman, one of them to the left of you, the black cloud is hovering over the Comets and hovering over this ground. That black cloud, yes, to our left. I think Barney thinks that's a little bit too close for comfort, as he's already facing a 2-0 deficit. Bladen gets his head down, but turned over cheaply. Pictionary hacks the ball forward, asking a lot of Carpenter. Carpenter did well to get there and come in board. Passes Lobasso, but Smith comes to support for Comets.
If there is lightning, I think the referee will stop the game until it blows over.
Well, it doesn't look like it's moving too fast.
Can hear the thunder.
Just hope it stays over there in the north.
Still Campbelltown. They're being on thunder at the moment. They're thundering down, aren't they? 2-0 up. As it goes to Alex Mullen. Gets it from Baresi. 1-2, back to Marina, back to Alex Mullen. Carpenter. Up in the air it goes. Easy take there by Torreson.
Lacornia had to get back there. It's 2-on-1. Berich brought down. No free kick, says the referee. Straight through to the keeper. And Campbelltown will come again. Referee just consulting on the 2-way with his assistant. And they're both in sync.
We've got our boundary rider on Facebook page, so maybe he can commentate there. A few comments. Benny Dale.
Oh, Benny Dale.
How you going, Benny?
I think Benny saw the black cloud and chickened out. Is that why he didn't come, Ben?
I think he's looking after the kids again.
Yes, of course. Family first, as we mentioned. So Daniel Mullen now goes to the far side. All right. Up to Detroit, excuse me. Detroit looks inboard, looks to switch the play, asks a bit of Carpenter. Carpenter waits for the bounce. Lobasso hot on his hammer. Carpenter to the byline near the corner flag. Lobasso pulling his shirt. Halliday wins the throw in off of Smith. Comes in board. Baresi needs support. Goes backwards. Gets it from Pictionary. Anianto hot on his hammer. So they go back to their keeper in Harpus. 12 minutes gone on the Green Play Australia time clock. On the Green Play Australia scoreboard, Campbelltown 2-0 up over the Comets.
On the far side, it's Harvey, Captain Harvey. Goes out to Marino. He's a chance. Tries to cut it back. Keep it though in the way. Julian Torreson. Modbury have equalised, by the way. Modbury 1, Cumberland 1. Accordingly, leading 2-0 against Adelaide City. It's on the Green Play Australia scoreboard.
Big game for Cumberland too. For Modbury. Big game for Modbury.
So clearance there again. Torreson. They have not even had a shot at goal yet. As Mark Marino, thundering shot. Skewed off his foot though, out for a goal kick.
Just watching on replay. Got a good bounce too. Under a little bit of pressure coming from Bladen late. And that might have just been enough to put him off. But they're peppering the goals. 5 goal attempts. 4 on target, 1 off, thanks to Green Play Australia. That's for Campbelltown. Fair to say, Comets have not registered a goal attempt. And they've just barely penetrated their attacking half.
Goes out to Yates. Is that with the green boots?
Yes.
Goes a little bustle. Just haven't had a time. Possession-wise as well, Comets have hardly touched it.
This will test Barney. The Comets bench is up in arms.
Goes out, Harpus. It's the only time he's been under the pressure. The ball's gone back to him from his own players. There's Mullen. It was always going to be something with Campbelltown. I wonder if compared to what they did last week.
Had to be a reaction. Had to be.
The new coach, Ian Fife. Campbelltown still with the ball.
Clear it. How's the foot, the trailing leg?
Trying to find Marino.
Offside flag up against Campbelltown.
So free kick to Comets. Captain Welsh. He takes it. Looking for Lobasso.
Spare corner.
So, first attacking move by Comets, and they've won themselves a corner kick.
How many corners have Campbelltown had? 2, I think. That's one thing I missed. So 2 corners to Campbelltown, 1 to Comets, thanks to Green Play Australia. Campbelltown made them count, sort of. Let's see what Comets can do. While you're waiting for rain. It's getting dark. Left foot in swinging near post, headed away by Halliday, first man. Bladden now looks to chip it back into the box. That's the way it goes. Could have been an offside there against Welsh. It's been headed backwards. Keeper comes and takes it eventually and clears quickly.
Good kick.
Troyer under it. Struggled to control it and making sure of it was Nagel to get rid of it. Out of the danger zone.
That was a pinpoint pass with the keeper, wasn't it?
It's just a different Campbelltown today, really, isn't it, Rob?
More urgency. Certainly outplayed last week, weren't they?
Yeah, as you said, I don't know if we'll see too many 45 minutes like that by any team this season.
Goes out. It's cut out there by Bladden. Comets are starting to get a few touches together, but that one's gone astray. Harvey, Alex Mullen, all right, gets it in. Gee, Carpenter was waiting for it. There is Lobasso. Loses out Halliday.
Good tackle.
Good comeback. So throwing quickly, taking Campbelltown. Oh, I thought that was in. It dipped like crazy.
I'm going to put that down as a save here. We'll have a look at this shot on replay.
Well, it's not a save because it's a goal kick.
Oh, well, he had to be there. Okay, I'll take a save off of poor old Torreson, trying to build his stats up.
He had it covered, maybe.
6 goal attempts, 5 on target, 1 off target. Campbelltown yet to register one at Comets, thanks to Green Play Australia. It's been all Comets in this first 16 and a half minutes from the, did I say all Comets? All Campbelltown in the early 16.
You got the C right.
Yeah. As now Marino tries to find Carpenter, but Lobasso, he's going to have a busy afternoon, you get the feeling. Carpenter with a throw in, deep into attack. Chested down by Marino. Wants it back, he gets it back. Gets felled. Legal, says the referee, and Yates sees it over the line. Takes a throw in, gains a few metres. Berich under pressure. Mullen comes to give support. Anianto gets sandwiched as Mullen and wins a free. Third foul committed by Comets, as you see on replay there. Anianto a bit enthusiastic in the challenge. Mullen going down, wins a free kick for Campbelltown. Referee just intelligently. Here's a chance almost for a steal by Anianto. He's got to watch that trailing leg. It's not the first time he's done that. And the referee has seen it and will try and calm things down. Great refereeing.
Yeah, he pulled it up. He's having a chat with Anianto.
And I reckon he's just mentioning the fact that this is not the first time, Nathan, that you've left that trailing leg there. The last thing Comets need is going down to 10 men.
So it'd be a free kick. Daniel Mullen quickly takes it to Pictionary. Adam Pictionary. Finding Mark Marino.
Good
ball on the right-hand side to Detroyer. All right, goes for a run. Detroyer goes on his too far, I reckon that one.
Yep.
It is. It'll be a goal kick to be taken here by Julian Torreson. Campbelltown leading 2-0. Now Cumberland have taken the lead as well, so plenty of goals there as well.
What's going on with it?
Cumberland 2, Modbury 1. Croydon still leading 2-0 against Adelaide City. That's half-time there.
Who's leading Croydon?
Croydon 2-0, half-time. Their game started half hour earlier. And here at Steve Woodcock Sports Centre, it's Campbelltown 2 leading Comets 0, thanks to Green Play Australia.
Costanzo just going under the radar, isn't he? This Croydon is pulling off some pretty good
I know they
results.
picked up Kirker from Modbury.
Well, I think even
because
before
I noticed
that,
he scored a goal there, and
He's-
he's got him.
his son is
He's
scoring
got him
goals for
playing
free.
well, yeah.
Yeah. Watch Croydon in the final 6 or the top 6. Berich from the throw-in. Lobasso back to Berich. Very narrow Comets. It's been taken off him now. Gee whiz, but as he gets fouled, looking for an advantage, not given. Sorry, not seen or not
Good
there. Great refereeing. Another foul by the Comets. That's their 5th. Watch this on replay. Baresi sitting duck from behind. Boof. Yatesy. Too enthusiastic. 5 fouls conceded by the Comets, thanks to Green Play Australia. I'm yet to mark one down for Campbelltown. That'd be a fair call. No fouls committed by Campbelltown thus far.
Yeah, you could be right.
Benny's watching. He'd probably confirm.
He's probably
some
laughing.
of these. I think I'm pretty accurate at the moment.
He's probably watching the game, putting the stats. He might as well give us the stats from there.
Detroit.
They go a chance. Sorry, it's cleared here by Welsh, only as far as
All right.
All right. Mullen. Halliday. Goes short. Carpenter's been impressive. Lobasso wins it though. Welsh. They lose it again. How many times? Carpenter. Goes out. Here comes Baresi. Tries to cut it back. Now they won themselves the third corner.
Yeah, does this remind you, Rob, of Metro Campbelltown? Here come the drops of rain, I think. Campbelltown Metro of a couple of, was it last week or the week before that we did that game? I can't remember what we did last week.
Friday night.
It was all stats, all Metro, just in attack, possession, and it's a replica of that, although this time it's Campbelltown doing the
damage.
The damage, exactly. The majority possession, I'd say it's 80-20. Short corner. Piscineri should get it into the hot spot. Does. Oh, a little back heel. And that's a goal. And another corner.
And that's why Campbelltown haven't given a freeze away, because Comets haven't had the ball.
Fair call. Nice little back heel there. I don't know if we got that on replay, but they can't do anything wrong at the moment. And they were very close in the odds. I think it was about 237, 240 each team. The bookies couldn't separate them at the start of this. All right, now with the right foot in, swing and near post. It's headed backwards to the back post. Plenty of red shirts there. This time it's gone out for a goal kick to relieve a little bit of pressure for the Comets. Well,
just noticed there's a big game happening in the State League. White City against West Adelaide.
Ooh.
White City leading 1-0.
Is it for the top spot?
No, I don't think so, because White City lost last week to Western Strikers.
Is it Panthers and third, second and third?
I think, yeah, you're right. I think you're right.
So goal kick to the Comets, who trail 2-0 on the Green Play Australia scoreboard. Coming up to 22 minutes of play to the first half. Green Play Australia time clock. Mullen gets his head on it. That was the Alex type. He's got the ball now, turns it over. 50-50. This is the first foul conceded by Campbelltown. Thanks to Green Play Australia. So Comets now with a chance. 2-0 is gettable. They wouldn't want to go 3-0 down. At 2-1 it would really lighten things up. Maybe a little bit like the sky. It's about to be lit up. You can probably see
lots of blue behind after that.
Yeah, but look at the black where the clouds.
That's all going that way.
Where the hills are. I hope so. Might pass us.
Coming in this way.
A bit of luck. So Yates now with a free kick for the Comets to the 6-yard box, headed away by Halliday, only as far as Aniantor. Cleared by Piscineri it was. I'll get another chance, but it'll go through to Harpus, who calls it out.
Remember, this is the east side of Adelaide. So
yes, very unpredictable out here.
West side
always rains. No way. West, we don't get
it
this.
It would be pouring there by now.
We don't get this unpredictability. The weather is what it is
here
down west.
It hardly rains.
Here you just don't know what's going on in the east. That's why it's called the Beast.
Harpus. They clear it. It was play there in Laconia. It's ended up with Lobasso. Well, it was Bladden actually. Lobasso was trying to get it. Winning the ball well was Detroit, Marino.
Good control.
Piscineri. Adam. Goes for a run. Detroit. Gets it down the line. Tried the first timer.
It's our first koala stat, isn't it?
Yeah, that's hit the tree way up the top. And out for a goal kick.
Bit of afters between he and Lobasso there, just on screen. Bottom left-hand corner, as you can see. Referee going to have a bit of a chat to both lads. 7th goal attempt, Rob. 5 on target, 2 off. Thanks to Green Play Australia, that's for Campbelltown. Adelaide Comets, according to my stats, have not had a goal attempt.
These third lines are on top, according to this table.
That's probably the live table. If Westies are losing.
That's right. Yeah, gotcha.
So goal kick, Comets approaching 24 minutes first half. Cleared eventually. Smith the target, well over his head. Daniel Mullen skies it. Detroit under it. Did keep it in according to the assistant. Berich. Aniantor, keep that foot down. He didn't. And that's a free against him. And that's the 6th foul conceded by the Comets, thanks to Green Play Australia. See on replay that high foot again by Anianto. And unfortunately, he's got those pink boots that stand out.
So right-hand side of the park, Carpenter was there.
He swapped with Detroit, swap sides. You can see on the screen it's getting darker. But thank God it hasn't rained yet. Don't want to jinx us, because if it comes, it's going to come down hard.
Far side of the park, can rain all at once after 6. Goes down. Anianto, nice touch. Can he crack it from there? Holds on. Balks, goes one way, then the other, then shoots.
Great save
by Harpers. Good work by Anianto.
Sure.
So, Campbelltown with the ball at the moment. Adam Pictionary.
So first
Alex
goal
Mullen.
attempt.
And first save by the keeper. Keeper again comes into play, clears it, centre of the ground it is at the moment. Trying to win it is Badezi. Referee sees an infringement and quickly taken here by Comets. Right hand side, Lobasso. Oh,
That's
pushing the back.
That was a very blatant, silly foul by Louis Detroit.
It's not a foul.
The referee didn't see that because he
pushing the back.
That stemmed from what happened earlier. And to his credit, assistant didn't see it, and neither did the referee. He's had a word in the ear now. You'll see this on replay. Watch this, boys, on replay. Good camera work. Louis Detroit there's the afters. Now, the referee didn't pick that up. I reckon that's come on. In fact, no, that's not even come on the advice of the assistant. Look at that. No one flagged for that. Barney's upset, as you can see in the bottoms of his screen there, and justifiably so. I think I might have been the only one that saw that. Me and Barney were the only ones. Did you see it, Rob?
Yeah, I saw it.
How come you didn't put your flag up? So that one was missed, I've got to say, by all officials. The unofficials picked it up.
Can you hear the thunder? Definitely thunder. As
Louis
Detroit
offside.
But
So
it's like we're in a bubble around us.
it's the Lord protecting
activity.
us, Rob.
Yeah.
See,
We're in the middle here. Nothing's happening.
don't say that because it's not far away. Let me tell you.
It's like we're protected. You're right. Anyhow, it's Comets. Because any sign of lightning, I think the referee will call it off.
What happens to the result if he does that?
They go in.
They just suspend the game?
Wait. They wait.
Okay.
Because it could blow through. After 15 minutes, it might come back out.
Alex Mullen now in the middle of the park.
We've got lights here.
Finds all right, or leave it for Carpenter. Carpenter goes back to Harvey, to Mullen, to Daniel Mullen. Daniel Mullen over the ball for Campbelltown. They lead 2-0 on the Green Play Australia scoreboard. Halliday up the line to Detroit. Back to Halliday. Daniel Mullen, Detroit racking up the stats and the possession. Harvey from his defensive half. Oh, that could have been a bit short for Harper, so he comes, clears over the halfway line. Welsh got his head on it. Smith, oof, was intended for LaBussel, but Welsh will do the tying up for the Comets.
So Comets with the ball. Welsh playing in the back
You're
line.
right.
I am right,
Yes, 100%.
We're right in the middle.
So you're coming to Mass
It's
on
like
Sunday?
where the eye of, what is it, when you have a
When the eye of the tornado.
tornado. We're in it.
Well, we're right in the eye of it because we're not getting it
That's right.
at the moment.
So
Touch
Welsh for Comets in the back line. Looking for, he hasn't had much of a touch.
Berich, yeah.
Berich.
Didn't have anyone helping
Not
him
his
either.
fault. The ball's
No.
not going
Oh,
there.
that's a blatant push. Carpenter.
Anianto not happy with something.
Yeah, I reckon they're baiting Anianto because Anianto's on a little bit of on the edge at the moment.
So nice ball into it. It's the first time I've seen on the far side as well. It's Scotty Nagel. He's got the ball. He goes inboard. Berich was there as well. Working hard for Campbelltown's Alex Mullen. Berich still there. Getting support from Nagel. Berich. Well done, Berich. Cuts it back. Looking for Smith. He hasn't had much of a touch as well. And they do clear it, Campbelltown. Goes short. Ends up with Bladden. Right side of the park. Welsh, Lobasso. Back to Bladden it went to Welsh. Got sandwiched there. Baresi, he wins it. Goes to Marino. He loves to run. He'll run and shoot, I reckon. He runs back to the line.
Heavy touch.
Tries to get it cut back
Great
there,
defending.
but good defending
Yeah.
by was that
Lecornu,
Nagel?
I think it's Lecornu.
Lecornu
Yep.
it was. And out for a corner kick.
That
Number
was
4.
great defending. Just a little bit heavy on the touch there by Marino, but credit to Lecornu, hot on his hammer and made sure that went out for a corner. As now, this will be their 5th corner, Campbelltown. Thanks to Green Play Australia, those stats. We'll go around the ground shortly. Goals flying in left, right and centre. This round 9 action thanks to Cooper's, the official brewery, the official beer of the NPLSA. Right foot in swing and near post. Oh, it's cleared off the line by the Comets fortuitously. And they'll come away with the ball too. Now here's a chance for Anianto. He's got a couple in support. Anianto's got Smith and Mavro Lombardis, but he goes away of Smith, puts him under pressure. Easy defending in the end for Harvey. And wasted opportunity for Comets, but lucky not to be 3-0 down.
So throw in taken, quickly taken. Goes out to, who was that play? That's Yates. Left side to Nagel, I reckon.
I reckon Nagel started a more defensive role at the start of this game. He's been pushed up.
So he'll take the throw in. Looking for support.
It's Mickey Barnett in the background on picture.
He coaches the reserves.
The reserves, yes.
It's cleared here by Campbelltown. Won a premiership with Metros, didn't he?
Yes. More than one?
He might have won a
I reckon
couple.
he was there when they had that great run.
Got him out, got him up from the State League, I think, as well. As it is Welsh. Goes short. Mavro Lombardis is there. Lecornu. Yates. Looking for support. Looking for Smith. Lasana Smith, but in the way is Captain Harvey. And it'll be a throw into the Comets. Adelaide Comets. Anianto. Looking for some support. Still waiting. Now he goes. Berich back to Anianto. First timer, not bad looking ball. Labasso tries a shot. Looks like it was handball. So free kick to Campbelltown.
See if we can pick this up on the replay. Came in, headed by Piscineri, handball by Labasso, picked up straight away by the referee. And he was right on the spot too, in fairness to Daniel Elder. So free kick to Campbelltown. Approaching the 33-minute mark of this first half on the Green Play Australia time clock. Green Play Australia scoreboard. 2-0 in favour of Campbelltown. 2 early goals. 2nd minute, Baresi. 8th minute, Harvey. Harvey? Yeah.
Not Harvey.
Who was it? Carpenter.
Carpenter. So it goes short to Halliday. Campbelltown. Detroyer. Look at that ball. Pinpoint pass to Carpenter. He'll go one way. He's going to crack it from there. Does so, and over the crossbar it goes.
Well, it was Ryan telling us he's got a deadly left foot, and we almost saw that come to fruition. Carpenter on replay here, tip of the 18-yard box, bang with that left foot, just over the bar, in fairness, was on target, as in regards to, it was on goal, but too high. And that's their 9th goal attempt, Campbelltown, compared to Comets 1. There's a, oh no, I was going to say that was lightning, but it's the lights actually coming on here. Those stats thanks to Green Play Australia. Floodies are on here at Steve Woodcock Sports Centre, round 9 action, thanks to Cooper's, the official beer of the NPLSA.
So over the halfway line it goes. Mullen, got to give it to Anianto. He's been involved a fair bit. At least he gets into it.
Not getting the rub of the green from the referee, Comets, I've got to say.
Goes out to Detroyer. 2 players to beat. Wins himself a throw in. You take the throw in, it's Halliday for Campbelltown. It was a funny throw. It's a foul throw. I think it slipped out of his hands. So it'll be Lobasso to Anianto. Berich was there. Loses out though. Bit scrappy at the moment. Now it goes to Berich. Chance for Comets. Berich, oh, just didn't get a... He had a chance to really crack it, just didn't get onto it well enough, and harmlessly goes to the keeper.
It's a shot on target and saved, so it is statted as all right now for Campbelltown. Sends Marino on a bit of a run. Lacornu hot on his hammer. Marino has a shot from distance. And that's off target, obviously, but that would have been one hell of a goal should that had been on target.
Gee, White City 2-0 up now.
Switching on replay.
Against West Adelaide.
Just inside the box. Shot. Had the right trajectory, but just off target. So Berich now for the Comets in the middle of the park. Under pressure from Daniel Mullen. Goes backwards to Lobasso. He plays it up the line. Looking for Mavrolambaris. Anianto puts his head in where few would. Berich against Detroit, out of play. So what was that, Rob? White City, what?
2-0 up against West Adelaide. Oof. So throw-in taken here by Comets. They are down 2-0. All happened in the first 10 minutes, didn't it? Second and 8th minute mark. As Campbelltown with the ball once again. Carpenter. Look for support. Loses out though. Luckily ends up with Pictionary.
Oh, great.
Almost
that was almost
great
a great
pass.
ball, yeah.
But it's coming away is
Yates.
Anianto again. He's had a lot of touches.
Look how many Campbelltown players attacking the ball when an opposition player has it.
Detroit. Again the switch. Carpenter.
Oh, beautiful.
Saw that coming all the way.
Nah, these guys are doing a
all
metro.
right. Goes and cuts it back. Detroit. Loses out now. Comets with the ball. Anianto again. Goes to Yates. Not Yates, that's the other one. Bladden. So it goes to number 23. That's Scotty Nagel. They're going to attack to Smith. Can he get there? He got there all right. What can he do, though?
Oh, that's
a handball.
Oh,
accidental.
I don't know about that. There's a new rule about that. I was watching on the EPL whether that worked. Let's have a look. If the arm is in an unnatural position, regardless, I suppose it was a natural position because it was right against his body. So, in fairness, Harvey couldn't go anywhere. Yeah, Harvey couldn't do anything with that. So, but even if it's
technically a handball, though. Don't care what happens. I don't care if it's what. It's still his hand.
No, there is a new rule. I just saw it on the EPL during the week. I'll see if I can. I'll just stat this. So that's a foul against Campbelltown. It's their 5th. So even if it's an accidental handball, he doesn't have to give it if the arms are in a natural position. If it's accidental and the arms are out, even though he may not have intended, that's a penalty. So he didn't intend because his arms were not out.
You think VAR would have said no?
I think VAR would have said no, definitely. Ooh. I think PP are saying no. Okay. RP is saying no. As Yates lays it off to Lobasso. The Pepe Rob review, or the Paul Rob review, or Pelly Pep review, I don't know, whatever you want to call it.
I would have gone close to the penalty.
Oh, you would have, but I would have read you the rules and said, no, we can't give him that, Rob.
The handball's a handball.
So imagine if the VAR argues amongst itself. That's why I think there's only one referee that does that.
Yeah, true.
From the throw-in, near post. Should be cleared by Pictionary, getting dark. The lights are on here. Yates gets held back. That could be a yellow card also. Now, let's see how the referee handles this one
Put it out,
by Marino. That was as deliberate and professional as you'll ever get.
Let go a couple, hasn't he?
Yeah, how's that not a yellow card, Rob?
I don't know. Apparently he can grab a player.
So 7 fouls committed by Campbelltown, 6 by Comets, thanks to Green Play Australia, those stats. And Comets with a free kick in a very promising position, approaching 39 minutes on the Green Play Australia time clock. 2-0 down, so they want to get one back before half-time, you would imagine. Let's see how this goes with Mavrolambaris over the ball.
He knows how to crack him. Left foot.
So here's one for you. See Berich, is that offside?
Not if the ball goes in the net, because it's not interfering in play.
Well, he was moments ago.
So, no, he's chipped it. I thought he might have gone for it. It goes back to Mavro Labaris, Lobasso, Yates, Bladden. Bladden might crack it.
Yeah, should have.
Goes for, almost again, like the opposite
Yeah,
side.
if that came off.
Going through now into a counter-attack. Detroit, but good run back there by Nagel and cleared here by Campbelltown.
So Yates doing some defending, but as he pushes him over, concedes a foul. Campbelltown getting a little bit untidy. 7th foul of the game, thanks to Green Play Australia. Unnecessary, but Ezzy there just trying to push him out of the way. Anyway, Mullen now gets held, or was holding. I reckon from here, he was holding Jack Bladden, but did well to get away with that. I don't know if that camera angle just showed you that. Let's have a look. You look at the arm there. 50-50, I suppose. You always got to give it to the attacking player.
Why?
I don't know. Isn't that what they say?
No.
Okay.
If one's grabbing, I think.
Yeah, but he couldn't see. So
I think it should have been play on.
Benefit of the doubt goes to
Play
the
on,
attacking
both.
player.
Both players were doing it.
That wind's getting cold, which means the rain isn't that far away, Rob.
Isn't it? It's gone now.
No, it's right behind us to our
Oh,
left.
is it?
As the ball into the box to Troy now for Campbelltown. Already 2-0 up. He's got a couple of blue shirts in front of him, tries to evade them. He's got Halliday in support. That's the way it goes. Back to Detroit, who gets it into the box straight away. Welsh dealt with it to Smith. Leaves it for Anianto. Anianto looks up, stalls a bit, hesitates, does a bit of a dance. Now he plays it wide. Geez, he's asking a little bit of Nagel there. And Carpenter sees it over the line.
So it'll be a throw-in on the far side. Some score updates. It's still White City in the State League leading 2-0 against West Adelaide. In the NPL games, Croydon 2, Adelaide City 0, Cumberland 2, Modbury 1. Here at Steve Woodcock Sports Centre, it is Campbelltown leading 2-0 thanks to Green Play Australia.
Another foul conceded by Campbelltown. That's the 8th of the half, thanks to Green Play Australia.
And Panthers now leading 1-0 against Fulham.
So Comets through Welsh. So why is Weens on the bench? Is he injured? Or is it?
He's been, because Berich is playing.
Okay.
Berich has been,
Goal scoring form?
yep, no, Berich has been the #1 striker.
Well, Smith gave away the free kick there, which he's
Ween-
going to explain it to Smith. I'd like to know the explanation of this.
Weens has started from the bench the last, I don't know how many
Few games.
weeks that we've seen
Oh,
him.
yellow card, Danianto. He's had enough. The referee's had enough. So that's the first yellow of the afternoon. It was coming one way or another to Anianto, but unfortunately got it for verbals.
He was looking for trouble.
He was with some of those early challenges, but he did settle. But now his mouth got the better of him, and Daniel Elder says, enough is enough.
So Campbelltown, 42.5 minutes played. This first half
Out.
here at Steve Woodcock Sports Centre. It's Campbelltown leading 2-0 against the Adelaide Comets thanks to Green Play Australia. Not forgetting our match day sponsor today is Coopers.
Could do a parlay now, couldn't we, Rob?
Yeah, Paolo, maybe even the Scotch for the throat.
Oh, well, that's not Cooper's.
Oh, is it?
No.
Don't they do a Scotch? So low bass. Oh, Scotch with a bit of beer. Scotch chaser? No?
I don't know. Is that a Harvey Wallbanger? What's a Harvey
I don't know.
Anyway, it's Comets on the attack now. Back to the game. Bladden looking for support. Goes short. Anianto lays it off. Mavro Lambasis inside. Berich, oh, he was looking to thread the eye of the needle. Berich will get a second bite at the cherry in the box. Takes it to the byline. Backtracks. What's he going to do with his left? It's very congested, so he goes wide. Trying something fancy from Yates. Didn't come off. Smith was onto it, though, in fairness. And Harpers does the tidying up for Campbelltown.
At least they've settled, haven't they, Comets?
Absolutely. The first
Looking much
15
better.
minutes, they were not in this game.
So quickly thrown out. Daniel Mullen to Alex Mullen. Looking for support. Harvey. Piscinarigi behind all right. Quickly taken throw in. Ends up with Yates. He just falls over. Try to dance too much with it. Mullen, Alex Mullen. Baresi. Good hip and shoulder there by Bladden. Good hip and shoulder
to get it back, yeah.
By Baresi. Anything you can do, I can do better. As it goes to Detroyer. Detroyer. Back to Harvey. All right. Further right. Finds Carpenter. Goes all the way back to Harpers. And they'll reload once again.
He's out of his box a bit, isn't he?
To Harvey. Playing as a sweeper. Big long ball. Can Detroit get to it? Does so. Then he tries a crack it. And it's almost cleared by Comets. Still Campbelltown trying to get it. Yates up in the air. Cleared. Ends up with Comets though. Lobasso. Did well. Bladden. Anianto. Goes out. Mavro Lombardist. Nagel. Yates again, back to Nagel it goes. At least they're racking up possessions.
It's in the back.
And Anianto wins himself a free kick.
10th foul of the
9
half
seconds
by
of the
Campbelltown.
first half.
Gee,
Sorry?
10th foul, just watching on replay here. From all that dominance, they've conceded more fouls. A blatant push in the back there by Harvey. They've conceded more fouls than Comets, can you believe? After that early match dominance by Campbelltown, they racked up 10 compared to 8 of Comets, thanks to Green Play Australia, those stats. So this will probably be the last action of the first half. Comets, can they get one back before half time? They trail 2-0 at the moment. Yates over the ball. It's going to be him. Oh, that's not great, but it's taken a deflection. Is there enough time for the corner? Yes, there is.
Very handy to get a goal here.
Only their second of the half, thanks to Green Play Australia.
After all the dominance by Campbelltown.
Yes.
Comets get one.
Where's the urgency? Almost 2 minutes of extra time. I don't know if there's been that much.
I reckon he's going to blow time on.
Well, he's
The
given.
way he's taken.
That's right, if it goes any slower. So Yates now, this will be the last action of the first half, you would imagine. Right foot in swinger, that's better. Closer to the keeper who has to punch. Harpers did very well under pressure. Ball's going to come back at him though. Berridge, Yates in the box. Yates falls down too easily. Penalty though. I can't believe it. Well, my first reaction was Yates fell down too easy. Let's see if the replay concurs with myself. Or it was Daniel Elder right. There's your save from the corner.
Geez, it was 2.5 minutes.
He's gone down very easy. Watch this, in the box. He was going nowhere. Oh, that's... And the close-up will tell us even more. I think that's... he's gone down rather easy in my view. But then I'm not as close as Daniel Elder. Penalty to Comets. Here's the lifeline they needed. Oh, that's not a penalty, Rob. I don't know about you. Hey!
Tangled foots. Tangled legs.
Okay.
Upended him.
Well, Welsh.
You saw that? I saw the leg.
Yeah, I didn't, but then that's interesting. See, the two of us couldn't even agree. So Welsh steps up for the Comets. Can he get one back before half
Missed
time?
one last week.
I'll say it for the third time. This has got to be the last action of the first half. Welsh steps up, scores. Yes, he does. Well taken penalty, son. And the captain puts them back in the 49th minute, believe it or not. So watching on replay, very strong penalty. Rather central though. Harpers went early, came forward.
You don't usually get 2 minutes of time on.
Wow, we're going 3.5.
The way they took their time taking that corner kick,
Yeah.
I would have blown the whistle.
Very fortuitous. 2-1, Comets needed that, and it's game on from here on. And the referee still, now he blows the half-time whistle. As Barney would have been ropeable, but I think he's been gifted a penalty, but Rob thinks it was there, so the two of us couldn't agree on it. And that's half-time. How'd you see that first half, Rob?
Yeah, maybe Campbelltown just opened up unbelievable in the second minute mark, scoring the goal. And the few players having a bit of a howdy-doody, having a chat with each other. Halliday not happy with something, pointing at someone. But, yeah, it was all Campbelltown, maybe first 30-odd minutes. of that first half. But the Comets, as I said, came back strong, got a few more touches. And, gee, and I did say if they can put one in the back of net before they go into half-time, and it happened, didn't it?
Sure did.
So 2-1 down. They won't be unhappy because Campbelltown could have scored 3 or 4.
Well, Campbelltown, I think, had probably a good early 15, 20 minutes. I don't know if it was half an hour. I reckon 15 Comets started coming back into that game. But a very dominant 15 to 20 by Campbelltown at the start, as you said. But Comets slowly but surely, a few tactical changes by Barney Smith brought them back into the game. And they got a penalty right at the death there of the first half. Just go through some stats quickly for Green Play Australia. Well, Campbelltown, their goalkeeper made 2 saves, and so did the Comets. Torresen made 2 saves. The goal attempts, Campbelltown had 10 goal attempts that first half to Comets 2. Campbelltown had 6 on target, Comets had 2, and off target, Campbelltown had 4. None off target for the Comets. 5 corners to Campbelltown, 2 to the Comets. 8 fouls conceded by Campbelltown. Sorry, 10. Did I say 10 or 8? 10 fouls conceded by Campbelltown.
Before, yeah.
8 fouls conceded by the Comets, and 2 offsides against Campbelltown that first half. A yellow card going to Anianto, and those stats proudly brought to you by Green Play Australia.
Just the score updates in the other games. 65 minutes played. Croydon Kings 3-0 over Adelaide City. Joe, Adelaide City. How can you pick Adelaide City with such a team they got?
And they're 5th on the table too, just quietly.
So Croydon Kings 3-0 up. And on the live ladder, Croydon Kings are in 4th position at the moment, so that's unbelievable.
Well, they started the day in 4th position as well.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Oh, that's what you got?
Yeah.
So Cumberland 2-1 over Mobbridge Jets. That's half-time there. And obviously half-time here, it's 2-1 Campbelltown. In the state league, Panthers are leading 1-0 against Fulham. White City 2-0 over West Adelaide. It's all half-time. West Torrens Burkalla 2-0 over Western Strikers. Playford and Sturt Lions, it's 0-0. And Seaford and Adelaide Victory. That game, it's 2-2. Just a quick comment by Kosti Teopoulos. You guys should be covering the Champions League instead of Simon Hill.
Oh, thank you very much. Is that a good friend of yours? How much did you
must
pay?
be your friend.
No.
How much did you pay him?
That's very nice of you. Thank you. I hope you're enjoying it. If you're watching through Facebook Live or YouTube Live, send us a comment on Facebook.
Yeah.
If we've got time, there's only the 2 of us. We'll do our best to send you a cheerio. But we go in at halftime in a very entertaining game here at the Steve Woodcock Sports Centre. Campbelltown 2, Comets 1.
I'm just going to back the trailer in.
Can you bring it as close to the house as you can?
Don't you mean our house?
Oh, yeah. Our house. Our house. I like how that sounds.
I don't like how that sounds.
Is this close enough?
Make sure you have RAA Home and Contents Insurance. All claims are handled here NSA. Get a quote today. RAA.
Keep on moving on.
West Yorkshire comes the mad two and our years of torture. From the darkness we're rising to our feet. Well, Leeds United, England's elite. Marcelo, El Loco of the league. Here we go with your bucket as you throw. You're the king of Ellen Road. Champions of Europe, Billy Bremner. Blue, white and yellow, starting to remember. Are the good times coming back to Leeds? With Bielsa, United fans believe. Marcelo, El Loco of the league. Here we go with your bucket as you throw. You're the king of Ellen Road. The time is now, time to march on up together. Bielsa boys taking leads to lands far away. The greatest team the world has seen will follow you. We'll sing for you home and away, and away. Marcelo, El Loco.
I like this one.
Oh, nice. Have you thought about insurance?
I'm just
Welcome back to Steve Woodcock Sports Centre, where it's Campbelltown 2, Adelaide Comets 1. It's third versus top, third hosting top. And I tell you what, Weens looked pretty good to me in that half-time warm-up if he's about to come on. Oh, by the way, sorry, Rob. That last bit of music was a dedication to young Pete, who's back, who his Fulham take on our Leeds United tonight. And
Does he barrack for Fulham?
he barracks for Fulham,
Does
yes.
he come in barracks for
Because
Fulham?
he lives in the Fulham area, I would imagine.
How weak is that? Come on, Peter.
I got a soft spot
Get
for
a-
Fulham as well.
something.
Because,
Well, you know,
what?
you get a barrack for a team that not because you're
Oh, just because.
an Australian Fulham.
Just because. Where do you live? Just because.
I barrack for Newcastle because it's black and white. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. Where do you? What area is your thing? Coromandel Valley. It's because there's no Coromandel Valley in the English leagues.
I think Pete just said that he supports the underdogs.
There you go.
Fair enough.
So we're just about in readiness for the second half here. It's round 9 action thanks to Cooper's, the official brewery of the official beer, I should say,
Mark
of the
Welsh.
NPL.
Mark Welsh. I think it's the dad of
Alan?
Alan.
It's a fair bet.
So it's come on, Comets. Could be your brother. Could be your uncle.
So if you've just joined us, Campbelltown in the all red will be attacking the goal to our right, and Comets in the blue predominantly with black shorts, black socks, be going to left of screen.
LA City pulled one back, by the way. They are down 3-1 against Croydon Kings.
That game kicked off at 2:30, so that should be close to finishing. There's Daniel Mullen with the defending straight off the bat. And we'll see if we can pick up any changes that the Comets or Campbelltown have made that first half.
Doesn't look like any changes, but Comets are just pushing the ball around at the moment. Can they score in the first minute of the second half? Although it was 2 minutes.
Almost a third minute of extra time in that first half. They got given a penalty. I don't know if our viewers saw much in the replay highlights there at half time, if they thought it was a penalty, but to the naked eye, I said no.
Yeah,
Rob said yes.
I saw the leg.
Yeah, no,
I saw
fair
the
enough.
leg. It goes out to Barrage. Barrage for Comets. He blasts it just wide off the upright, and that would have been in the second minute mark as well.
Just watching on replay, Berich, where the seas opened in front of him, thought, why not? And
Well,
just
first
wide
minute, wouldn't it?
just wide of the post. Keeper Harpus will say he had it covered, which I don't know about that at that speed. Back to the live action.
So Campbelltown just pushing it around. Goes out to Nagel though. Tries to get it out. Mullen was there. Harvey. Only as far as Yates. So Alex Mullen. All right was there, and Harvey again. Trying to clear it over the sideline. Yeah, Michael Edwards says no penalty. I don't know if, what I saw the leg. It was just tangled up.
Well, I didn't
That's what
see
the referee
that, to be
saw,
honest.
I reckon.
Yeah.
I'll ask the referee after the game.
Will you now? Torreson goes short.
You know, they gave me lollies last week after the game.
Did you say nice things about him?
Captain Cook and the
Oh,
boys.
Of course, Captain Cook, that's why.
And Angus McDonald.
Had a farm. As Pictionary goes backwards. All right, plays the ball up the line. To no one in particular. Marino thought he was offside. But as he gives chase, Lacornu under pressure. But as he pulls him away, that's a foul, surely. And is silly foul.
Yeah,
Needless foul.
If you get to watch the close-up with the penalty, you'll see the leg just clip him.
And he argues. How can you argue with that decision? the assistant was right there. Blind Freddie could have almost seen that.
So it'd be a free kick. Just at that free kick.
Yes.
Down the line it goes. Only as far as all right. He clears it. Welsh was there. And Anto. There's a bit of a pullback there, but
advantage, no advantage.
good
Well
refereeing
done.
again.
Yes. I didn't see that, Rob. I looked for the trailing leg. I didn't, but look, you know, everything's open to interpretation.
I suppose I'm closer to the TV. I looked at it closely. So anyhow, it's
we're watching the replay on the screen, unfortunately, at the moment, but ball still in play. Back to the live play now. And Mullen makes sure it goes over the line. So it'll be a throw to Comets. It's one to debate when you go back and watch the replay in your own time at home.
So throw in taken. Comets trying to clear it. Lobassa was there. I think we've missed this weather.
Oh, please. Don't.
We have. Look, everything's so calm.
The calm before the storm.
Okay, sorry.
But I hope you're right.
I don't reckon we're going to get it. We'll get it maybe after. As it's Burridge.
Big Chiriota bomber who's producing, sitting next to Jim today, and I didn't even know that. That's how good the transition was between those two up there, or down there, I should say. So, well done, lads. Young Pete back on board. We've had a few interchanges, haven't we, here with the LSA team? So it's Daniel Mullen now for Campbelltown, who still lead 2-1 over the Comets. Comets top of the table with 31 points. Campbelltown hunting them down with 26. If it stays like this, the gap will only be 2 points as all right getting pushed back. Gee whiz, the captain, Harvey, comes out to save the day. It's over to Troyer's head. Marino couldn't get there. Lacornu could. Plays it to Yates. Yates down the line. Mavro Lombardis now has got Berich as the runner. That's the way it goes. Almost got there, but good defending by Daniel Mullen. And he'll tidy up for Campbelltown.
So Campbelltown do clear it. Right side of the park. No one there, though. Only Lacornu. Goes to his captain in Welsh. Scored the penalty. The most important one, too, to get him back into the game. They're only 2-1 down. Goes short. Bladden's been busy. Campbelltown through Pictionary, I reckon. And then the Troyer, just like the way he runs, turns a player. It could have almost been a yellow card as well.
Credit to Louis. Watch how he lost possession. Heavy touch first time there. But he did well to get back and get that and win the free kick. I don't think he would have done that last week, in fairness.
True. He's always got a bit of toe on him, hasn't he? It's quick.
Those of you that might have just come back to South Australia or overseas watching, Phil Stubbins no longer the coach of Campbelltown. Ian Pfeiffer has taken over the reins. Good luck to Fifey. Hopefully he gets the gig permanently. But as he's over the ball.
Well, definitely to the end of the year, anyhow.
Which is only, another 6 rounds plus finals.
10 weeks.
But as he goes himself, takes a deflection, but took the speed off it, and Torreson in the end easy.
So Torreson will clear the ball. Score updates. Croydon leading 3-1 against Adelaide City. Cumberland still leading 2-1 against Modbury. Modbury having a player sent off. And Campbelltown here at Steve Woodcock Sports Centre 2-1 up over Comets. And that's thanks to Green Play Australia as the referees just stops play for a little bit, having a chat with someone, is he?
It's an interesting one. No, the ball hit him. It was still going to go to a Comets play, so they still would have had advantage. He's pulled it up because there was advantage to the Comets, but they would have had it anyway, so I'm not too sure on the rule. have been good to have a referee alongside us to clarify that. But anyway, play on as all right, doing the defending for Campbelltown. It's headed backwards. Finds Marino. Marino goes backwards to Detroit. Detroit goes up the line off the side of the boot, but Ezzy won't get that. And it'll be a throw into the Comets. Still trail, 2-1. Comets top of the table. This lead will get pegged back to 2 points if this result stands.
So throw-in taken here by Comets through Nagel. Smith was there. Berich, I like Berich. Goes to Smith. He's a chance for an equaliser. Crack it. He does. He cracks it. What a goal there by Smith. Really hasn't done a lot, but that was a cracker. And Comets back into this game. It's 2-2.
Yeah, good call, Robbie. He hasn't really done too much today, but gee whiz, he's made up for it in one foul swoop. Good ball by Berich. Opened it up. It was bobbling. I thought it wasn't going to sit right for him, but he waited, to his credit, and what a finish. No keeper would have stopped that. And
put that as a goal of the week.
Great response, absolutely. Watch this on close-up. That was just bobbling and bouncing away. You thought the moment had gone, but to his credit, he kept it alive. And what a finish, son. You're right, Rob. Potential goal of the week for sure.
The way Campbelltown started 2-0 up, we thought, how many goals? Credit to Comets and Barney Smith. And the boys are back into this game. It's 2-2.
Well, just to let you know, thanks to Greenplay Australia, 3 goal attempts by the Comets, 2 on target, 1 off. Campbelltown haven't had a goal attempt this half, thanks to Greenplay
we had
Australia.
the first 20-odd minutes. It was all Campbelltown, and Comets hardly had a touch.
Dare we say the old cliche so far, a game of 2 halves.
So Campbelltown, what can they do? They've been short-shocked in this game. They were 2-0 down. 2-0 up, that is, Campbelltown. It's 2-2. And the momentum's with Comets as well, isn't it?
It is, absolutely.
Lecornu, all the way back to his keeper there in Torreson. It proves how crucial that goal was right at the end.
Very. And that'll be disputed for a while to come as Mavro Lombardos gets ahead on it. Berich the target, but this time Daniel Mullen cleared the danger to the byline. It goes up the line, but Ezzy lays it off. Oh, sliding challenge by Lecornu. And, well, Pictionary didn't complain too much, so all fair in love and war. All right to take the throw in. Yes, the momentum at the moment, say a little bit with the Comets. I've started the better in this second half. 2 apiece on the Greenplay Australia scoreboard.
So throw-in taking goes to Baresi.
Oh, good
Still
feed.
Campbelltown trying to get into it. Pictionary was there. Nagel trying to clear it. Doing okay, Nagel, coming back from injury. Good player. Down the line he goes.
Could have been a foul.
Berich, I like Berich. Look at the skills he's got and the speed and the finesse.
Oh, good
and
vision.
the pass and Labasso. Here we go.
Great
Go
save.
save there by Harpers. Tell you what is happening in this game?
I think they've changed their shirts at half time. They swapped tops.
I reckon.
Watch this on the replay. Labasso again did well because that bounce not playing true, obviously like an artificial surface, but great save.
What about that play by Berich, though?
Absolutely. In the mould of...
I like him.
Is he in the mould of Bonata a little bit? Size,
quick,
balance.
turns,
yeah. So free kick to Comets. What's happening to Campbelltown? That's their second conceded this half. 2 apiece. Fouls conceded this half, thanks to Greenplay Australia. Wow. This game's been turned on its head. Momentum with Comets. Campbelltown under the pump. Both keepers performing very well as the free kick goes into the box. Headed away. Troy is at the edge of that. He plays it up the line. Marino, has he got the speed? Oh, have a look at him and Labasso. Just shake hands, not going for the ball.
Well, Labasso obviously thought he wasn't quick enough.
I think Marino just...
So Labasso just put a hip on his shoulder.
Yeah, get out my way. Not in the legalist sense, but anyway.
Big kick there by Torreson. Momentum, certainly with Comets at the moment.
Be careful, Anianto.
Oh, Marino. Not bad skills there. Juggled it 3 or 4 times.
Geez, there's one that got past Barney.
Well, he saved it over the crossbar.
No, I don't think he touched that over the coach's box.
So throw in taken here by Campbelltown.
Oh, good steal.
All right. Gee, Birch again.
He's come alive, hasn't he?
And he's not scared to take him on, doesn't he?
That's what I like.
He's in that where he can't go nowhere and still gets past him. Couldn't get past that time as it's cleared here. Even the clearance going straight to Comets.
Under the pump a little bit, Campbelltown.
Marino. Detroyer.
These two have been at it
Honey,
all
I
afternoon. Just see.
I like this game.
And there's the yellow card. That was coming a mile away. I predicted that, Rob, didn't I? Just walk us through that replay.
So Honey Hunter, bang. It just ran right into him like a road.
Louis.
He was a road train then.
You took the bait better than a Whiting, mate.
I don't think he's that bad, though.
As Whiting.
He'll get, no. Honey Hunter.
Oh, no, he probably milked that a little bit.
I think so.
But Daniel Elder, no hesitation in giving a card. The two of them have been at it all afternoon, in fairness.
Is that 2 yellow cards in the game?
Yeah, one to Detroit and one to Honey Hunter, the two that have been going at it.
He'll be up.
Oh, of course he will. He's doing a bit of a dairy farmers there, milking it. He's up and about, no problem there. Oh, he doesn't have to go off after getting treatment.
Might be another change of. Oh, he's giving him the high five.
Yes,
Good sportsmanship.
it's all for the cameras, I reckon, those two.
Good sportsmanship.
You reckon those two just for the cameras?
Nah.
Now, can you explain why he didn't have to come off after getting treatment?
I don't know what the rules are. I think I am a referee. I'm just a commentator. As they go. LeCornu. Just not a bad looking ball too. Breeze slightly against them.
Oh, it's pretty still, isn't it?
Berich, it's held up a bit, didn't it? Play goes down. Mavro Lombardis ends up left side of the park. That was Carpenter. Good work there by Lobasso. Bladden was there. They go in. Honey Hunter, I'll tell you, he'd be close to man of the match because he's had the ball a lot. He's been tough as it goes. Left side of the park. Mavro Lombardis. Inboard to Bladden. Back to Mavro Lombardis. Try to get a little toey poke there. Didn't quite. It goes to Smith. Is he going to crack it like he did before? But away you go Campbelltown.
But easy now for Campbelltown from his defensive half. Long searching ball for Marino. Finds LeCornu. I don't know what Yates was thinking there. Nice little back heel. Mullen finds himself out of territory. Annie Hunter steals it. Bladden tidies up and Welsh calms it all down.
Final score, Croydon 3, Adelaide City pulled one back. So Croydon 3, Adelaide City 2. That's final score. Yep.
Thanks to Green Play Australia as the ball trickles through to Harpers for Campbelltown. Clears the ball up to the halfway line. Lobasso and Carpenter, a couple go down in front of the referee. Accidental challenge from what I saw. I was blindsided admittedly. Referee my way, that see if the replay tells us a bit more. Oh yeah, just a clumsy collision I would say. But the referee's given a free kick to Campbelltown. So Chappie, your camera's very bright. Yeah, Chappie, yours is definitely brighter than Pete's. Don't know if you heard that, Chappie. You might want to check your ISO. What did he say?
Leave it to them.
Okay, sorry, Jimbo. And Bomber, sorry. This.
Just commentate the game, will you? What's wrong with you?
Oh, it's bright. It's blinding me.
Put the glasses on as it goes out.
I did last night.
Pictionary. Detroyer. All the way back, dangerously. Captain Harvey found Mullen. Back to Harpers it goes, the keeper. Pinpoint pass. Kept it in. Ooh, clever. Back heel there by Allright. Ends up harmlessly to the keeper. In the State League, Panthers leading 2-0 against Fulham. White City leading 2-1 against West Adelaide. Burkala 2-1 against Strikers. Sturt Lions 1-0 against Playford, because both those two teams are up there too. And victory 4-2 over Seaford.
Thanks to Green Play Australia, those score updates as Labasso now And Anianto combine for the Comets as they attack the goal. Trying a through ball for Smith, but that didn't come off. Not on the same wavelength, and that ball out of play. So it's just settled a bit now. Momentum evening itself out a little bit. It's 2-2. Comets top of the tree, 31 points. Campbelltown in third spot, 26 points. They're sharing the points at the moment from the throw-in. Berich, who's lifted this half. Stolen, but Ezzy, too heavy. Yates under pressure, and that's out of play. And the throw-in will go the way of the Comets. Far side of the ground, here at the Steve Woodcock Sports Centre. Round 9 action, all thanks to Cooper's, the official beer of the NPL SA. And I'd also like to acknowledge our support from the RAA, and check out their solar too. RAA now doing solar.
So it goes over the sideline once again. 2-2 here at the Steve Woodcock Sports Centre, thanks to Green Play Australia. Campbelltown leading 2-0 at one stage. 2nd minute mark, 8th minute mark. And Comets pulling back in the 49th. And what was the other one, Paul?
53.
53rd minute mark.
So ball in the middle of the park.
Yep, Lecornu. Bladan. Up and under. No. Cleared. Still Comets. With the ball. Berich. Short he goes to Mavro Lombardis. They lose out though. Campbelltown will clear. Pictionary and big long clearance. No one there though.
Not one red shirt in
Only
the attacking half. Gee. Oh, they rattled Campbelltown. Lecornu short to Yates. Yates switches to the far side. Labasso, good control under pressure from Halliday. Goes back to Welsh for the Comets. Inboard to Yates, who chips the ball forward in hope more than anything. Asking a lot of Anianto. Halliday hot on his hammer. No free kick. And Campbelltown come away with it through Daniel Mullen under pressure. Good work by Halliday. Goes backwards though. Harvey. All right, you think is next in line. That's the way it goes. All right, up the line, but turns it over cheaply. Chance for Yates. Yates and Nagel combining. Nagel looks up. Berich wants it. Gets it.
Oh,
Comes
wow.
keeper. Here's a chance for Berich. Shoots. Just wide of the upright. Wow.
They were calling for offside. Was that offside? It looked offside.
Couldn't tell from that angle.
No.
But play to the whistle. They taught us in grade 3.
Seems way ahead. Oh, well.
I can't really tell. And was Halliday keeping him onside? Yes, Daniel Mullen might have been ahead, but Halliday could have been keeping him onside. It's a 5th goal attempt for Comets this half. Campbelltown yet to register one in my view, on my stats, thanks to Green Play Australia. Here comes Detroit, who might change that stat. Goes wide. Chance now for Campbelltown. They attack the goal. And that was Carpenter. Wants a corner, doesn't get it. Not happy, Jan.
Gee, funny thing about this app here, is that the 24, whatever it is, app?
Yep.
It gave the goal to Comets because it hit the back of the net, side of the net.
Yeah, and they classed that a goal.
Yeah, with 3-2, then it corrected itself to 2-2.
Well, who's watching
How
that?
quick is that?
Yeah, but who the hell was watching it not to know it wasn't a goal? Who's doing that?
Maybe the net's got something on them. If it hits the net, it's a goal.
Maybe the person watching the game's got something in him. It's Mavro Lombardis goes backwards to Nagel.
Yes.
Berich, very prominent this half has been Berich, and Comets will have the throw-in into their attacking half.
So Comets with the throw-in, goes to Nagel. Nagel's been okay. Goes through Anianto. And out it goes to Harpus. As he throws it out to his captain and Harvey, Adam Pictionary. All right. Back to Harvey it goes. No changes yet by both teams. As the Harpus switches play. Well done, Barney Smith, too, to keep his team as it is, because he made 3 crucial changes, or 2 of them, because we know Weens has been on the bench. As it goes left side.
Good jump, Detroit.
Well, actually 3, because Ditmar, Yengi, and Christopoulos were all first 11 players.
Switching on
all
replay.
been dropped.
Did well to evade, but I think as he fell awkwardly. He actually evaded that first challenge by Welsh, see, but then he just stumbled after the hurdle. So free kick to Campbelltown. Carpenter to take it on the far side. Plenty of red shirts in the box for Campbelltown. 2 apiece here on the Green Play Australia scoreboard. Game finally poised, evenly balanced. Who's going to get the knockout blow? Or who's going to give the knockout blow? Carpenter, ball into the box. Too close to the keeper. Torres and punches. Smith clears.
Clears only in towards the centre of the ground. 2 Campbelltown players there, though. Easily cut out there by Halliday all the way back to his keeper in Harpers. He goes to his captain in Harvey. Sean Harvey to Allright. Joel Allright. Back to Harvey it goes. Look for support. Goes all the way back to Harpers.
Might have to borrow your sunglasses,
play.
Rob.
It's too bright.
But I'll leave it to them.
Over the sideline it goes. Lob bustle. Bladden. Turns. Looks for someone. Anianto. Lecornu. Goes up. Trying to find Mavro Lombardis. Cleared here by Harvey.
Interesting.
Nice. Ball forward. And over the sideline it goes for a throw-in.
Yeah, actually interesting call about Anianto as man of the match. I mean, it's a bit early, but yeah, I think he's been a standout.
He's had his ball a lot, hasn't he?
It's been in everything.
It's been tough again, Anianto.
Yeah. Interesting if any of our Facebook Live viewers want to put a nomination up. Bit early yet, we know, but feel free to do so at any point. Carpenter plays it up the middle to Troyer. Baresi turns it over cheaply to Yates. Yates looks up, sends Berich on his way. That could have been offside, it is. But the referee just keeps playing it on, so I won't stat that. Even though the flag went up, the whistle didn't blow. Is that fair enough?
100%. It's not given, so...
Oh, thank you.
It would have been given if it was in play.
Just wanted to refer to the third umpire on that.
Yep, as it goes left side to Carpenter. He started on fire, cut it back, almost in the path of Alex Mullen. Goes to Piscinari. Adam Piscinari looking for Mullen! No! Got his head too. I thought it was going to be one of those just over the keeper.
Gee, I thought that was off Lecornu's head. Let's have a look at that replay.
No, it came off Mullen.
Yeah, obviously. Just in real time. Let's have a look at this. Yeah, no, good camera work there, fellas. So that's a goal attempt off target. That's their first of the half, according to me and Green Play Australia. Well, thanks to Green Play Australia. I'm not saying that I'm right. I don't want to put Green Play Australia under the bus for my poor statting.
Play goes down.
Yates wanted a free kick. Didn't get it. Play on, says the referee. Daniel Mullen goes back to his keeper, Harpus. Harpus now goes short to Harvey. Harvey could have Allright next in line, but he decides to go down the middle to Baresi, who now uses Allright. Try to find the eye of the needle with Marino. Didn't come off. Lecornu under pressure. Plays it up the line. Daniel Mullen chips it forward. Detroit the target. Cut out. Yates under pressure. So Detroit gets the ball back now for Campbelltown. Goes on a bit of a run. No one in support. Holds it up. Turns around. Finds Marino. Marino angle against him. Baresi and Marino try to combine, but nicely cut out by Nagel. And the danger averted momentarily for Comets.
Goes to Campbelltown though.
Carpenter.
That was Marino.
Yeah, sorry.
Goes to Allright. Can't quite control it to Troyer. Yates can't. Anianto again. He's been supreme. Gets the pass. Nearly.
Yes.
Berich.
I thought he was going to get onto there. Yeah. Interesting.
And went harmlessly over the goal line for a goal kick.
It's our first change.
Just a good player to come on too.
So who's going to come off?
Or Smith.
Yeah.
One for one.
Well, but Smith is...
Well,
he's come in and out, yeah, agreed, but he's the type of guy that could, at the moment's notice, score a goal. As we saw, you said he's done nothing or comes up with a blinder of a goal. So
I'll give him confidence.
Lasana Smith coming off for Teti Yengi.
Yengi's a great player, though.
Both capable
well done,
strikers.
Lasana Smith.
Absolutely. Great goal by Lasana Smith. I think the pitch just added to the difficulty of his goal. Interesting.
Campbelltown with the ball. Captain Harvey. Play goes straight there. That's missionary.
And Anianto at the helm, conceding the foul.
He's been in everything.
Yeah, he has. He has.
You could say he got him back into the game with the toughness.
Absolutely. The persistence.
Yeah.
Baresi now, short to Mullen, chips it in the box for Detroit. Little chest down, but it was read well by Lacornu. That could have been a foul, and it is. Given away by Mullen. The Alex type. Watch this on replay just to confirm that. Third foul of the half, thanks to Green Play Australia. You concur, Kerr?
I concur.
Who's gone to where? Has he gone?
Croydon.
Croydon.
Modbury player, concur. Same first name as his surname. As they go in, right-hand side of the park.
Could have been a foul.
Baresi almost
might have hurt himself.
Had a bit of a ride on top of Yates then, but he might have hurt himself.
Speaking of Modbury, Rob, how are they going? Are they still trailing?
Yep. They had a player sent off and still down 2-1 against Cumberland.
Gee, and that was a vital game for Modbury too.
Not forgetting other games tonight in the NPL. Adelaide United up against Parry Hills at 5 o'clock kickoff. 7 o'clock kickoff is Olympic versus Blue Eagles.
So that's a double header at Velo.
Yeah.
It's getting a good workout, Velo, isn't it, this weekend? So a big clearance by Halliday. There's that scoreboard in the background, 2 apiece. Second best scoreboard in the league. Of course, Metro hold that mantle of best scoreboard. And speaking of that, thanks to the hospitality of the Campbelltown staff here.
Thanks. They always look after me.
I like how you said, well, it is you. It's you they look after. They wouldn't know me from a bar of soap.
That's true.
As soon as Rob Peppicelli comes in, out comes the red carpet. Anyway, back to the game. Speaking of the red tops, Daniel Mullen. I was just going to ask you about the hamburger status. Metro v Campbelltown in the beautiful hamburger again today.
Yep, can't beat it.
Who's got the fastest time? Who's got pole position?
They're both exactly the same.
Oh, exactly. You can't split them.
Yeah.
Here come Comets trying to split this scoreline. Ball into the box. Berich couldn't on the first. Mavrolambardos on the second. Ball charged down. Labasso on the third. Oh, across the face of goal.
Comets, they're going to win this game the way they're going.
Oh, the way they're going, the momentum is with them. I won't put that as a goal attempt, although maybe it was well off target goal attempt. That's their 6th of the half, Comets, compared to Campbelltown 1, thanks to Green Play Australia.
Throw in taken here by the Comets. Nagel again. Who's there again?
Anianto.
Mr. Anianto. As it goes out. Welsh. See, it holds up in the breeze a bit.
I'm just looking at the trees and the flags. They look limp.
Holding slightly.
I can feel a breeze, though. You're right.
Mavrolambardos can't get there. It'll be a throw-in. Nagel. Good to see him playing well too. Trying to find Berich.
Good body work by Berich, just quietly.
Daniel Mullen. Goes out. Was Bladden. Somebody trying to get to it. It's Baresi.
Well done.
Marino, good switch. The Carpenter, can he keep it in though?
Turns it over.
Let's keep it in. Gives it straight to Lobasso, and he sends it over the sideline.
So 31 minutes approaching this second half on the Green Play Australia time clock. Very evenly balanced this game. It's 2 apiece on the Green Play Australia scoreboard.
Gee, we're so late in the state league. All scores stay the same. They go to third.
Gee, that's a
top
big
all
drop.
year.
Yeah.
Very close down the state league.
So from the throw-in comes to Detroit. Can he split the two? He can't. Bladden now plays the ball forward. It's come to Mavrolambardos. Chips it to Yengi. Yengi couldn't control it. It's bobbling everywhere. Mavrolambardos chasing. Halliday hot on his hammer. He'll go back to Anianto. Anianto now looking to supply. Twist turns. Overlapping run comes. Ignored. Anianto hesitating. Chips it into the box. All right. Hesitated. And gives away the corner. Rob, I make that the first of the half. Would that be right for Comets?
It could be.
Benny, you watching? Can you confirm that for us?
It wouldn't be fitting if Anianto gets to win it too.
I don't think Ian Fife would think it fitting.
No.
Or any of the...
Just for himself, he's had a great game.
He has, actually. He's walked the tightrope a little bit today, but sensible refereeing has prevailed. Two very good ball-playing teams. No maliciousness in anything. Although him and Louis Detroit have had a tit-for-tat this afternoon.
So Yates, it'll be a right-footed in-swinger. Where's Welsh? Is he at the back post? He is. Going to get to it. Well done, Harpers. That's what the keeper needs to do.
Yeah, that was a really good take. Fairly deep, and he did
Big kick as well.
Did well to follow through, Nick Harpless.
So they're with a bit of a breeze here because that was a big, huge kick by Harpers. So Campbelltown still 2-2 here at Steve Woodcock Sports Centre. Player went down.
Well, Barney was just going off his tree to the assistant, who looks young and intimidated, because they wanted a sub. And it was actually the ground referee that heard Barney and finally got what he wanted. He's acknowledging something from the referee.
Couldn't hear him. He couldn't hear him.
Who'd want to be a referee? Tell me. Dion Kirk comes on. In the meantime, it's Campbelltown that have made the change.
Berezi
what?
off.
Oh, Berich off. Jeez.
Well, 1 for 1 again.
Yeah, I know, but
he's a class player, Berich. But I tell you, Weens.
He has gone a bit quiet though in the last 10 minutes.
When we saw him come on, Weens against Blue Eagles, he was unbelievable.
So like for like, no Kirk, but as he going off, scored the goal in the second minute that got proceedings underway for Campbelltown. They're in attack at the moment, Campbelltown. All right, going backwards to Alex Mullen. Finds Daniel Mullen. Daniel Mullen orchestrating, goes to Halliday wide. He goes up the line. Little touch there from Detroit. Chip into the box, and LaCornu had to be there. Yates, not convincingly. Lobasso, equally not convincingly. And Carpenter concedes a throw-in. So, a couple of changes. Berezi off, Kirk on for Campbelltown, and Weens on, Berich off for Comets.
So throw-in taken, ends up with Weens. Clever pass too, goes to Yengi. Yengi pass to Mavro Lombardis.
Oh, should have done better.
Did well, controlled
right
it.
Away.
Did the right thing and just hit it over the crossbar.
Oh, watch this on replay. I thought at the
Controlled
moment it
well.
gone there. It came back to him.
Came back to him.
And he rushed it and put the koalas in danger. I thought he should have tested the keeper from there at least, but in fairness, good pressure by the Campbelltown defence, but
Cumberland have had a player sent off, so 2 red cards in the Cumberland-Modbury Jets game. It's 2-1 still Cumberland leading Modbury Jets.
Thanks to Green Play Australia around the grounds. Is back to the action here as Comets can see the throw through Nagel. Left for All Right for Campbelltown. 35 gone in the second half on the Green Play Australia time clock. 2 apiece. All Right throws it into Detroit. He's had a bit of an issue controlling the ball today. Gee, a good flick there.
Oh, he's got it.
By Weens behind Yengi. Yengi did well to get there. Labasso overlapping run. That's the way it goes. Labasso gets it into the box. Weens gets nudged out. Claims of a penalty. Not too many claims in fairness. And the ball cleared.
So it's cleared only as far as, well, is that Marino turning?
Detroit.
No, it's Detroit. That's Marino on the left, is it?
Yep.
It is. He's got the ball. Looking for an opening to Carpenter!
Great work.
Oh, good save by the keeper.
Great work.
Just on the line. Watch on the replay.
That's good work by Carpenter and Torreson behind it. Well, not fully behind it, but had to save it. I think it's his first save of the half, thanks to Green Play Australia, that stat. And that is the second attempt on goal for Campbelltown.
Marika Ryan says, come on, Campbelltown City, you can do it.
I think anyone can do it at the moment. The game very much in the balance. Comets conceding another foul. This game is up for grabs, there's no doubt about it. End-to-end stuff. Just watching on replay. Obvious foul from behind Yatesy. So all right to take the free kick just forward of centre for Campbelltown. It is in the balance. Plenty of time for either team to win this. As all right goes low, deep. A flick on attempted by Detroit, didn't come off. Carpenter's dispossessed by Yates. Puts it into his attacking half. It'll come back at him. Pishineri finds Daniel Mullen. Here come Campbelltown.
Left side of the park it is, Campbelltown. Going inboard is Detroyer. Detroyer looks up for support. He might go on his own. Looks for an opening. We saw him score a cracker here a few weeks ago. Got the goal of the week as Harvey has got it. Pishineri. Adam Pishineri tries to go to Carpenter. It's been quiet.
Had a good first half, though.
Quite well, didn't he? As it is, Campbelltown. Goes out. Daniel Mullen. Inboard. Harvey. Pishineri. Harvey again to Mullen. Just pushing it around. Still time to get the winner. Marino. Goes out to Halliday.
Good steal. Anianto, your man,
again. And goes out on the far side, trying to clear Lobasso. Only as far as Alex Mullen. Pishineri. Funny looking pass, almost effective, but harmlessly goes over the goal sideline for a throw into the Comets.
So they're deep in their defensive up, but there's going to be another change. And Campbelltown going to their bench. Louis Detroit coming off. Or is he? Yes, he is, but he's been asked to go off the quickest way. He hasn't had the best afternoon, Louis, has he? I was expecting a bit more of him, but I always do. I think he's got potential unlimited.
Nicholas Franchesi has come on. As Louis Detroit is going to go right around.
Has to take the long way home from the throw-in. Yengi outnumbered. Back header. Ends up with it, Yengi. Finds Weens, lays it off to Anianto. Anianto under pressure. Finds Yengi in a beautiful ball. He couldn't control it under pressure, it failed, admittedly, and Harvey tidies up for Campbelltown. But Anianto, yeah, the standout. You're right, Rob. I totally agree with you.
Yengi goes back to Yates. Yates with the cross there, goes to Anianto. It's going to be fitting if he could score. I tell you what, Anianto goes for the pass. Oh, I reckon he should have cracked it from there.
Yeah, actually, I thought he was going to go the volley the first time.
Did he have a bit of room? Let's see in that replay to crack it.
I don't know if that's his preferred, the right. Yeah. He probably saw Yengi running through unselfishly, laid it off. So it's still 2 apiece. Now we're down to the last 5 minutes. Next goal wins, so to speak, you would think. As Weens applies the pressure. Ooh, that's an interesting challenge there by Carpenter. He is fouled.
Marika Ryan just on Jim Manning. Hello, Jim Manning. Love the commentary. Just talking about you this morning at our Lions meeting. You're a legend.
Wow.
She's giving you 3 kisses too, Jim.
Wow. Jimbo.
Well done, Jimbo.
Jeez, the fans are coming in left, right and centre.
So, free kick taken there by...
anything we should know, Jimbo?
You'll tell us after. So it is the Comets. They look like they've got the upper hand to get this
I don't know, Rob.
They?
It's an each way bet here. I think anyone could win this game. Any team could win this game.
So Campbelltown through all right. Carpenter. Pishineri. Carpenter again.
Good feet.
Good bit of play. Mullen. Alex Mullen to Carpenter. Oh, Welsh just waltzing his way past players. Did a bit of a dance with 3 players there. Gets the pass going. Yengi got pulled back, I thought.
Well, that's interesting because I thought Welsh was going to get a free kick and the ref was just playing advantage, but not to be. Just watching that on replay. There's your holding. But back to the live play now. It's all right attacking the goal. It was a 7th foul conceded by Comets just quietly, thanks to Green Play Australia. As Harvey now looks up, goes short. Carpenter turns, finds Pishineri, finds Mullen. Mullen looks up, goes short to Carpenter, 42 approaching this half. Green Play Australia time clock. Carpenter needed to go wide. She was calling for it out wide. Was Francese. That's who it ends up with eventually. He goes backwards to Halliday. Goes further back. Daniel Mullen, take 2. Harvey. Next in line, Marino coming deep to collect. Plays it off to Piscineri. A 1-2. So chance now for Carpenter with a left foot. It's charged down.
That was going through.
Well, that was going on target, that's for sure. As Mullen now still chips the ball into the box. Nagel heads it out. Only as far as Marino, and Campbelltown will come again.
Gee, good game here. And Anianta wins the ball. Gee,
no
that's
help,
not its
Weens.
wings.
Same hairstyle, but
It's a bit taller.
and no beard, just quietly, Rob.
Let me take my glasses off.
77 to come on.
Bruno
Christopoulos.
Caparella says, "What's your blood pressure, Rob?" And Brendan Webb, shout out to Alex Mullen. I'm pretty sure the players are shouting at him as well.
So Christopoulos to come on. Can't see yet quite who's coming off, but someone's down. And it looks like this player here. And it's Scotty Nagel coming off, holding his hammy. You reckon he's injury prone, Rob?
I don't know if he's injury prone, but he's been injured.
Well, it looks like he's may have done his hamstring this afternoon as he comes off for Christopoulos, who's going to immediately, first task is to take the throw in. We're down to the last minute and a bit of normal time on the Green Play Australia time clock. This round 9 action thanks to Cooper's, the official brewery of the NPLSA. Christopoulos into the box. Weens tries to backhead it. Yengi's lurking, cleared. Only as far as Christopoulos. Edge of the box stuff. Yates gets a head on it. Comes again. Mavro Lombardis lays it off to Weens. Mavro Lombardis, they're in the box angle against him. Gets the cut back and good take in the end. Had to be. Weens was lurking.
He's had a good game, Harpers, too.
Yep.
Takes the throw, goes to Carpenter. End-to-end stuff. Both teams doing well. Goes to Christopoulos. It goes to Weens. Cut out there by Harvey, though. Finds a play that came on from Jersey. Goes out, though. It's Comets. Through Bladden. He finds Lobasso.
Gee.
Christopoulos.
It's asking a bit of him, isn't it? Well,
and over the sideline for a throw into Campbelltown.
Well, if it stays like this, Bomber, we might see if we can get a chat with Ian Fife. If it still stays at 2-2. But Comets might have something to say about that as Christopoulos gets it into the box. Too long for Yengi, and Harpers takes, as you can see in the background. A couple of seconds away from extra time, and it's 2 apiece. Top versus third. Or third hosting top, I should say. And it might be even Stevens at the end of this.
Cumberland still leading 2-1 against Modbury. Here at Steve Woodcock Sports Centre, it's still 2-2.
Thanks to Green Play Australia, those score updates as Yengi for the Comets. We're into extra time. Stolen off him. Although getting pushed back are Campbelltown. Now Harvey through the middle of the park. Piscineri finds all right, back to Piscineri. Is this the last hurrah for Campbelltown as Carpenter comes in, board on his trusty left. Carpenter now looking for an overlapping run, goes down the middle instead. Here's a chance now, Marino! And it's out! It's in! Marino stills it at the death! Can you believe it? 46th, or should I say 91st minute.
Thought he saved that.
So did I, first call.
Got to see this replay.
Well, it's in, there's no doubt about it. I thought he had it covered. It
just dipped on him.
Might have slipped his fingers. I think
Didn't go back enough.
I think the boys were transitioning at that stage downstairs. But anyway, Marino has probably won it for Campbelltown.
What is it, the 91st? Gee.
Did you see it back then, Rob? I didn't see it.
No, I didn't quite pick it up.
Yep.
Just saw the goal. It dipped on him, sort of. Just he had it sort of covered and went,
yeah,
sort of
well, it might have
dropped on him.
He got fingers on it and went through him. It was hit with such power, in fairness to Marino. And there was not much Torresen could do, really. It came in very hard and fast. And you'd say that's the winner for Campbelltown in a game that could have gone either way, as Comets still might steal a late one here. An equaliser. Christopoulos has the ball. Turns it inboard. Mavro Lambardas chips it, but too high, too close to the keeper. And Harpers will soak every second of the clock on that. Here we go with that replay. This is better. This will get it. Marino. Boom! Great volley. Oh, yeah, keeper could have, should have done better.
Should have done better.
Parried it.
Sort of dipped on him.
Parried into the back of the net, Rob. No.
Had it covered.
Torreson will see that. He'll think, I could have done better. In fairness, it came in, as I said, with speed and pace. But a keeper at NPL
Great goal
level.
by Marino.
Yep. Take nothing away of the power of that goal. But I think
Matty Mullen comes on.
Torreson will think he could have done better. So the change, just to soak up the clock. And if you're down there, Bomber, we'll ask 5 feet.
Just on the live ladder, so Comets just 3 points ahead of Metro Stars.
Well, only 2 points ahead of Metro Stars and 2 points ahead of Campbelltown now.
No, 3, says it. Unless that's wrong.
29, no, it should be 2 points as I make it.
Oh, maybe they haven't changed it, it's still a draw.
So the long searching ball for the Comets, can they steal an equaliser? Campbelltown clear momentarily. Anianto would have been the unofficial man of the match. Had it stayed at 2 apiece, and Carpenter just bustles him over the line. No foul. Carpenter's laughing, thinking, how did I get away with that? Watch this on replay, if this isn't a foul. Whoosh! No foul, Rob.
You let it,
Jeez.
it was over the line, that's why.
Give it a break. It's Christopoulos now. Chips it forward. Still going 3.5 minutes of extra time played on the Green Play Australia time clock. And they want the whistle of the Campbelltown supporters as Laconia goes back to Torreson. Wrong end of the park, boys. Now he goes long, searching. Plenty up front. The high fly is a chance. Labasso fouled. Free kick. And yellow card, just quietly. So this has been a game full of, well, it's had everything, really. I think it's the captain getting a card there. Sean Harvey. Well, now, you know what? As a neutral here, it wouldn't be an injustice if Comets equalised, because this game, in my view, as a neutral, Rob, deserved the draw. It's been end-to-end stuff. Anyone could have won this game. It's been great action. Action aplenty. Goals aplenty. As we said, look, the history between these two teams, 3-0, 2-0, 4-1, 3-0, 3-2. It's 3-2 at the moment. Could be 3-0. Talk us through this, Rob.
So who's over the ball? We got Yates.
Christopoulos.
Is that Christopoulos?
Sure is.
Yates just
There'll
pointing.
be a riot if this is a goal.
Why?
By the Campbelltown supporters.
Well, they all were so happy. They came from everywhere, the supporters. So Yates, Christopoulos.
Better stat that free.
With 4.5 minutes, almost 5 minutes of time on played. Yates. Who's it going to be, Yates or Christopoulos? Christopoulos swings it around. It's hit the wall. Referee's going to blow the whistle.
Sure he should.
And he has.
And the Donnelly and Brino going crazy. He's happy. All the Campbelltown supporters are happy. Give him time, Bomber, to just absorb that victory, especially Fifey's first game in charge. Gets a victory at the death, 91st minute. But, gee, for the neutral, great game to watch. Great game to watch. Draw wouldn't have been an injustice, but fantastic, Rob. I'm lost for words if you want to give a bit of action aplenty.
From the start, I mean, it was Campbelltown that opened up magnificently. 2 goals in 10 minutes, and it looked like how many goals were Campbelltown going to win today here at Steve Woodcock Sports Centre. But credit to Comets. They started to get back into the game the last 15 to 20 in that first half, and the reward came to them in the dying seconds penalty to make it 2-1 and game on virtually. And in the second half, it was virtually all Comets in the first 10, 15, 20 minutes. They got their equaliser, great goal by Smith, and it was just end-to-end stuff after that. It was Campbelltown, Comets just attacking both teams until Marino got the ball on the right in the 91st minute mark. Powerful 45-degree angle shot, just parried into the net by keeper Torreson, and that's how Campbelltown won the game.
See, go for it. Got Bomber down there. What a great game. There you are. Cooper's on screen bringing you this action. Round 9 action. It was unbelievable. We'll just get him kitted up with some headsets.
So how many times does that happen? When a new coach comes in, they win.
Oh, look, this game could have gone either way. We'll take a deep breath and analyse it. We'll see what Fifey thought of it, because I tell you what, he would have, his blood pressure, he was talking about your blood pressure. I'd like to know what his blood pressure is at the end of all that, because that was just a pulsating game, a game that could have gone either way.
I'll just
do a test, yep.
Okay, boys, I've got Ian Fife here, the winning coach of the Campbelltown Football Club. Fifey, congratulations on your first win.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah,
you can give him the mic, yeah, that's it.
Oh, beautiful. Yeah, good win. I thought after about 7 or 8 minutes, this coaching thing's easy.
I was just about to say that to you.
But then, yeah, I found out what it was all about. Obviously, you know, during the course of the game, full credit to Comets, I thought they, we probably had the best of the game in the first 30 minutes. We came out and were pressured them pretty well, but you know, they got back in it in the last 20 and probably got their just deserves in a goal, and it was all to play for a half time. And then second half, I think Comets probably came out and with their tails up and pressed us a little bit higher, and we struggled to cope with that a little bit. But you know, in the end, we weathered the storm a little bit and then came in at the end, probably last 15, and probably got our just rewards at the end. So just super proud of the boys. You know, great experience, but you know, today's victory is all about the players. Every single one of them deserve it. Their attitude has been brilliant during the week, with all things considered, and they deserve this victory and no one else.
Yeah, last week's result, it was unbelievable. Campbelltown just couldn't get into the game, but it was a reversal, wasn't it? It was unbelievable today. Campbelltown, especially like you said, the first 30 minutes of that first half was all Campbelltown.
Yeah, it was, and it was something that we worked on obviously during the week. We wanted to come out and press pretty high. You know, in the past, I think Comets coming here, we've always kind of played that way and tried to take it to them a little bit and get their heads down and press them and win the ball up a little bit higher and in their half, and then turn them around. And obviously we're closer to goal, and we can work on our combinations around the box and third man runs, and then try and get them in good positions, get our wingers, you know, one-on-one, and get our fullbacks overlapping. So these are all the things we tried to work on. I think the boys executed it really well in the first 30 minutes, but it's almost like they gave it everything, and then they kind of ran out of steam a little bit. So,
Fifey, what was your lead up? The crowd just congratulating him there, of course. What was the lead up for you? What were your feelings during the week? You've come off a heavy loss last week. Comets came off a heavy loss. They're top of the table, so a bit of a baptism of fire for your first game in charge. How were you feeling yourself during the week, given the reins of such a big club?
Yeah, I was, all things considered, I think I was pretty calm. It was more so just about, you know, session planning and wanting to, you know, get the best out of the boys during the training sessions and making it intense and making them engaged in the session. And in terms of tactics, you know, we work on that every Thursday night, and we went through a few things. But
did you feel a difference at training? With all due respect to the previous coach, did you feel a difference, Fifey, that something changed during the week?
I think you're always going to get that with a changing coach. You're always going to get a little bit of a bounce back, and that's something we've got to be aware of as well, because you know we take it 1 week at a time. We talked about it, you know, before the game. It's like a little season for us, starting over again. It's 7 games. And it's a cliche, but it's game by game for us. So we come out, you know, we had to play Comets, and they're at the top of the table for a reason, because they've performed the best this season, you know, and they've got the most points. So, you know, we've got to come out and perform against a team like that. They're a very good team on paper, well coached. So, was there a little bit of a change? Obviously there was, but like I said, it just we see these patterns happen every time a coach decides to leave, and then there's a change.
So you got the coaching gig till the end of the season. What happens with it for next season?
Yeah, I reckon I got it. See, Dana, I reckon I got it. Well, you know, there's obviously me,
or
myself.
Do you want it next season as well?
Oh, look, at this stage, my main focus is, and like I said to the boys, is winning 2 trophies. I think anything less than that for this club with these players can be considered a failure. Winning one's hard enough, but I think these boys are good enough to win to push for the league title and then push for the championship as well. So,
Fifey, this isn't political politics here. Give Rob an answer. Do you want this job for next season? Come on. Yes or no? It's a simple yes or no question.
I would say yes.
Oh, that's all I want. That's all we need to know. That's all we need to know.
Mate, if we win 3-2 every week, I'll definitely say it. You know, so there you go. You know, but yeah, man, I really enjoyed it. But like I said, the playing group drove it today. They drove it during the week.
Good on you, mate.
And me and Les are simply here to guide them in the right direction, motivate them in the right way, give them some key points, and the rest is up to them. And you know, many good coaches before me have always said, Saturday is always about the players. So they owned it today, and they deserve all the credit.
Good on you, Fifey. We'll let you get in there and enjoy it with the boys. First
Thanks, boys.
Game, senior coach, congratulations, a winner.
100%
3-2
record.
over Comets. That's unbelievable, Rob. It was, thank you. That was a great game. For the neutral, I know that there's going to be...
We had a beauty last week, and we got a beauty this week.
I know that there'll be upset Comet supporters. As I said, as a neutral, a draw wouldn't have been a bad result, or an unfair result. But anyone could have won that game, and they got the response. We thought they were always going to get the response, but there was a long period that Comets looked like they were going to win that game.
Just a few of the comments in the Facebook page on the Football Federation's Facebook page, Football South Australia. Marika, once again, you beauty, Marino. Santia Harpus, or Santia Mano Harpus. Go Harpus. Blow that whistle. Good game, boys. You, Bobby Dazzler, well done, Campbelltown. Congrats to all the boys. Great game to watch. Josh Allen was watching the game. And David Hall always knew the Fife boy would coach very soon. Born leader of men, and the lads will love him.
Absolutely, and there's no reason why he wouldn't want to be coach of this team. Legend, what did you say, call him favourite son or something of this team?
Yeah.
So there's no reason why he wouldn't. He wanted to
He's won championships with them, I think 2 championships. The last one, he was suspended. Didn't play.
Yeah, he's just a legend of the club. And I
part
think,
of the club, obviously.
And he's such a nice guy too. And I really, maybe I'm getting older, but it's great to see these next generation coaches, presidents of clubs. It's an evolving era. This NPL is not to be flinched at. I'm telling you, you haven't got live A-League to be going to watch, and I don't want to sound biased here, but some of this action is better than some of the stale stuff we see in the A-League, and admittedly the poor fellas have to play in 35-degree heat. You don't see that in this league. You see fast-paced action, and put these guys in a full-time environment, they'd hit it with the best. And Campbelltown have proven that in the FFA Cup as well, so I'm not talking out of my hat. I'll just give you some stats.
I noticed what he said, 2 championships, 2 trophies, which is probably true nowadays compared to the old days. I mean, whoever was top in the old days, it was the championship, the premiership, that's it. Nowadays, there is 2 trophies, isn't it? Are we calling it premier? It is a premiership and a championship.
Oh, you've changed your tune now, Mr. Peppercelli.
Well, only because everything's changing. They do it in the A-League and they do it in the Premier League.
Is that Jimbo telling us to hurry up, or is that someone who's had too many beers down there?
Someone's had too many beers down there.
Okay, just quickly the stats, if you can make sense of this. Probably the most important one here, thanks to Green Play Australia. Campbelltown in total had 13 goal attempts, 8 of those on target, 5 off target, compared to the Comets. In the end, they had 9 goal attempts, and the majority of those came in the second half, 5 on target and 4 off target. Also, fouls was an interesting one. Campbelltown conceded 15 fouls in the game, and so did Comets in the end, both conceding 15 fouls in the game. And let's have a look. What else would you want to know? Corners, 5 corners to Campbelltown and 3 to Comets. And saves, it's an important one. Campbelltown, their keeper, made 4 saves.
He made some good saves today.
Harpus 4 saves and Torreson 3 saves. So
just couldn't pull that one at the end, couldn't he?
Goal scorers, Baresi in the 2nd minute, Carpenter in the 8th, then Welsh with a penalty in the 49th minute, still in the first half, mind you. Then Smith getting 1 early for the Comets, bringing it back to 3-2. And then, of course, at the death, Mark Marino in the 91st minute.
2-2, you mean? Bring it back
2-2, sorry. And then Marino getting the winner 3-2 in the 91st minute. A couple of yellow cards, not to mention, doesn't matter. But the most important thing was that 91st minute winner by Marino. Closes a gap, more importantly, now to 2 points. Comets still on top with 31. Metro's still on 29. and Campbelltown now go to 29 as well. Goal difference, I'm not too sure. Your live ladder might separate the goal difference, whether Campbelltown jump into second.
I'll go through the scores at other grounds. Croydon winning 3-2 against Adelaide City. Cumberland winning 2-1 against Modbury Jets. Both teams having a player sent off. It was a progress score. Adelaide United, the youth team, it's 0-0 against Parry Hills. I want to go through the State League scores as well, just to keep you up to date with that one. And final scores, Sturt Lions winning 1-0 against Playfair, because both those two teams are up the top as well. So I think Sturt Lions going to the top of the table. White City winning 2-1 against West Adelaide.
I think you can get a live table from that one,
yep,
can't you?
I can. I'll get the standings in a minute. Burkalla winning 2-1 against Western Strikers. Victory, Adelaide victory 4-3 over Seaford. And the other important one, Panthers winning 3-0 over Fulham. And looking at the live ladder on that one.
These score updates, of course, thanks to Green Play Australia, as you can see on screen.
Sturt Lions on top on 37, followed by Panthers on 35, and then West Adelaide equal on 35 as well, with the goal difference there. White City fourth on 31, with Playford on 28. Western Strikers in the top 6 on 23. And the ladder of the State League, you said you wanted to know.
Yeah, just while you get that, I just read somewhere during the week that there's going to be a government inquiry into that project at Kilburn, which is unfinished.
Oh, really?
Yes.
The West Adelaide grant?
Yes.
True.
Yes,
it's almost finished.
Almost. It's almost Christmas, Rob. So there's, I read,
the ground's ready.
I read there's going to be
just
a government inquiry
really?
into what happened down there.
Okay, you said Comets 31. The goal difference between Metro, it's a massive 16 plus for Metro and plus 5 for Campbelltown.
Okay, so Campbelltown remain in third.
So Metros have scored a lot of goals, haven't they? 37.
Absolutely. Well, what a game it's been here at the Steve Woodcock Sports Centre. All thanks to Coopers, this NPL action, NPLSA action. Let's make South Australia proud, and I'd like to thank God for keeping the weather away from us today.
I told you.
We were always in that middle of the eye of the storm, but to his credit,
Campbelltown winning 3-2.
He kept us out of the storm.
Comets.
Hope you've enjoyed it. It's all thanks to Coopers, this round 9 action. Campbelltown running out victors, 3-2 over the Comets. See you next time.
Up and down the lakes, Hull to Swindon Town, we did go. Up for the fight, we party all night. We're Leeds United, and we're coming home. So stand up for Marcelo, hoist up the Yorkshire Rose. It's time to say goodbye to all that we've known. We wanna go home. He's taking us home. We're Leeds United, and we're coming home. We've torn the league apart. Bielsa's just too smart. He's firing us back to the Premier League. They said we would fall, but we've shown them all. We're Leeds United, and we're coming home. So stand up for Marcelo, hoist up the Yorkshire Rose. It's time to say